And there goes the massive Marshall. Good evening, my darlings. A much earlier broadcast for me. What the fuck is going on? Good evening, my loves. How are you doing today, sweethearts? Right, let me scroll up and welcome you in, my loves. Catty M, first in the broadcast. Welcome in, my darling. How are you doing today? Liv, good to see you, sweetheart. How are you doing, love? Aurora and Nakib have a lovely tour. I'm looking forward to hopefully touring Aurora's on broadcast. So hopefully we can do an island tour. She has a beautiful island. Basically, it would be the definitely the island of mermaids, most definitely. Gorgeous, gorgeous island. Welcome in, Nessie. How are you doing, my darling? How are you feeling today, my love? How are you feeling? Enjoy your lurk, Coraline, and no need to reply, my love. I know that you're working, sweetheart, but welcome in, my love. Thank you, Mr. Chiefville, for the host. Much appreciated. Amy, good to see you again, lovely. How are you doing? Can we also get a shout out for Amy? Of course, another fellow streamer with her little squiddly marina emote there, so do make sure to check them out as well. Amy, can I check your pronouns, please, lovely? I do have a dreadful memory. I try to... Oh, early Nobita.
This bitch has arrived. Bow down to me, you please.
Amy, if you're going to request things, you're going to have to make sure you put your sentence in order, love. Welcome in, Amy. Yes, if you don't mind, if I could check your pronouns with you, please, my lovely. Something I do try to be mindful of.
Beatlybug has just resubscribed. Thanks to Cora_Lena for my sub gift.
Oh, can we get some hype and love in the chat for our Beatley and our Coralina? Thank you ever so much for resubscribing, my darling. Thank you ever so much, my lovely. So a second month thanks to our Coralina, and of course welcoming our Beatley into the constellation, which she's never left, let's be honest, my darlings. Welcome in, my love, welcome in, and thank you guys for the love and the hype, my darlings. Right, let me scroll back up and keep catching up with you, loves. Oh yes, enjoy your tour, my darling. Enjoy your tour, my love. Oh, we got a quote already. What if I did it from behind? I swear to God, the Amy quotes are something else. Yes, I would love to do that, sweetheart. I would love to do it. Thank you for the 10 bits, Amy, love. Thank you, sweetheart, no matter how mishmash the sentence. Hey, lovely, I'm okay, thanks. Missing you all. How are you doing? Very much the same, my lovely. I'm glad that you're okay, and I miss you lot too. So it's always lovely when we can get together, whether it's movies, streaming, profs, Catty M's for some card pulls that I don't understand, but I like the sparkly ones. It's always good when we're together, my lovelies, because we are a mishmash of communities. But when your bums are in here, you're my little squiddlies, whether you like it or not. You're doing better today. I'm glad to hear it, my love. Hopefully we can catch up a bit later. Gotta be honest, I woke up at the arse end of the day, my love, so I haven't been up too long. Bit of a heads up today, darlings. I've got, sometimes my eyes can be a little bit squiffy, so I may have to pause every now and then to pop some eye drops in. I've done it several times over the last hour and they're still playing up, so I've got my glasses on, which I should wear more often, and I've got my eye drops as well, so just a bit of a heads up, lovely. I'm going to be hydrating my eyes, which unfortunately I can't gargle, and I will be hydrating, of course, my throat. Thank you, Beatley love. It's just the starting screen, my darling. I shall take us into the main gaming screen in a moment, my love, but thank you very much. I'm glad you're okay, lovely. Yes, Jamie, your pronouns you prefer, lovely, whether that would be she and her, or they and them, or any other pronouns that are preferable, lovely. It is something that I do like to check with people. It's not that I don't sometimes slip up, I do. It's never with intention, my lovelies, but it's very much something I'm trying to be mindful of and be very respectful of, because I do have a very progressive opinion, sort of, in terms of, you know, very much agreeing with the youth in the way things should be moving forward, but unfortunately my brain is 39 years of age and cracked like a motherfucker, but I do try to be very mindful of pronouns, because I respect you lot, my lovelies. No, not stupid at all, my darling, not stupid at all. You have therapy soon, so I will pop out then back in. No worries at all, Beatley love. I hope it goes well. Dre, welcome in. Glory hole Reno. Although, can we still call you that because you no longer have your pog? I will still call you it because you once had that pog. Welcome in, my love, and thank you ever so much for the host, sweetheart. If we can get a shout out for our Dre, please, my darling. Early stream indeed, my love. Early stream indeed. Ali Ketchup, thank you ever so much for the follow, love. Welcome on in, my darling. Welcome in, Sonoko. You've reminded me I've not got my coffee on my desk. Can I have my coffee, please, Mr. Chief Phil? Wookie, welcome in, sweetheart. Chucking a tater at me first thing. We love to see it. How are you doing, my love? How are you doing today? Thank you for the host, Nikib. Thank you, lovely. Still catching up, my darlings. You're most welcome, of course. Shout out for Sonoko. You're most welcome, darling. She and her got you. Thank you, Amy. Thank you ever so much, lovely. Hello, Dre. How are you doing today, my love? Still catching up. Jen, welcome in, my love. Hello, my poo. Stopped working early. Oh God, with a migraine. Hopefully it will calm down with relaxing. Well, no worries about typing, my love. Turn your screen brightness down. Relax yourself. Hopefully you're in a comfortable position, and hopefully we can entertain you a little bit. But I know that my streams can sometimes be a tad chaotic, so you might want to turn me down to the minimum. Just gonna have some of my coffee, my loves, then we'll get into the main gaming scenes, my darlings. I'm glad that you're well, sweetheart. I'm not too bad, love. Not too bad. Oh damn, you've got midterms over the weekend? That fucking sucks. Who does them on a fucking weekend? Holy shit. Hydrate. Thank you, my darling. Thank you, love. Let me have my hydrate. Let's get you into the main gaming scenes, my darlings. I will see you over there. And welcome to the main gaming scene, my loves. Of course, we are on I accidentally didn't change the day, so I need to change the title of the stream. Bear with me one moment, my darlings. I just realised I updated the tickets, but not the day. Hopefully that fixed it. Abby, welcome in, sweetheart, and thank you ever so much for the host, my lovely. Welcome in, darling. Did that update the title, guys? Sometimes it might require oh, hello, Elma love. Sometimes it might require a little bit of a refresh. It did update the title. Brilliant, because of course we're on day 5, my love. 170 tickets, balls deep. Let's hope we can find that squirrel today. Don't forget, guys, gotta make nut noises. Gotta make nut noises. Right, top of the broadcast. Let's take you over to the affirmation scene and begin with a little bit of calming down. Oh, Nobita.
Tricky and my beautiful friends in the community, Louis has a message from a songbird. There's a hope that's waiting for you in the dark. You should know you're beautiful just the way you are. And you don't have to change a thing. The world can change its heart.
That's absolutely beautiful, Amy. Thank you, sweetheart. I'm actually going to quote that, darling. Thank you for the break, Ali, love. Bear with me, my darlings. I'm just going to add a quote. Is that a song? I'm terrible for not recognising song lyrics. It's more about melody for me. There we go. Absolutely beautiful. Most of our quotes are fucking hilarious and double entendres, but it is good to get a beautiful one in there every now and then. And of course we do love our Amy, and of course they're beautiful. Don't tell me the breed, I know it. Cocker Spaniel, absolutely gorgeous. Chubby little Louis, we love him. Thank you for the hydrate, Amy. Thank you, sweetheart. Right, let me have a drink and then I shall have my vape. Thank you, Ali love. Oh, here she comes. Oh, here we go. I can't believe you remembered the quote number, Amy. You dickhead. Right, I will see you guys on the affirmation scene. I've got something to talk to you guys about today. Welcome into the affirmation scene, my darlings. Thank you for correcting me, Amy. I believed Louis to be a Cocker Spaniel, so thank you for correcting me, my love. What a fabulous name for a dog breed. A Cavalier King Charles. Royal Louis. So today, as we always do, my darlings, we're going to start off the top of the stream with a positive affirmation from the general pack, but something that I'm going to be sharing with you guys today. We have a very close-knit, tight community on our Discord, and I was speaking to one of our own, and I won't name them because it's a private Discord. I was speaking to one of our own. I was speaking about my personal faith in Buddhism, and it's something that I've not spoken about on broadcast before. I have a fear of not being inclusive, but I don't want to hide myself from you guys. So from now on, I'm going to have my little Buddha out and my prayer beads, and it's my personal faith, and it's all about mindfulness, it's all about positivity and peacefulness. So it's not something that I want to hide from you guys any longer, because it's nothing to be ashamed of, and just because it happens to be something that's part of my faith and belief, it doesn't mean that it's something that you have to have as your faith and belief, because it's all personal. And that can even go so far as to say, you know, for example, Mr. Chiefville, he's an atheist. I have respect for all faiths and all lack of faiths, my loves, and all non-faiths, everything included, my lovely, because sometimes it can be about a faith in the stars, it can be about a faith in astrology, it can be about a faith in Mother Nature. There's many different faiths. It doesn't have to be about religion, my lovelies. So never know that that's not always know that that's never something I'm going to push upon you guys, but it's also not something that I want to hide, my lovelies. So that's what my little Buddha is for. It's there for my personal his little round head, my personal positivity. Here he is. He's a little tiger's eye Buddha, and these are the beautiful prayer beads. They're absolutely stunning, and I absolutely adore crystals and chakras and all that sort of bits and pieces. And as I always said to you guys, I'd sort of drip feed parts of me, that sounds absolutely atrocious, drip feed parts of my personality and getting to know me. But we're getting there, my darlings, we're getting there. Amy Jade, posture check, I've got you, darling. Oof. Thank you, Beatley. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you guys for being so supportive. Thank you, my lovelies. I'm just going to have something to drink, my loves. I would call my faith eclectic, because faith is very personal, and it's never a pressure to encourage others to share, because again, it's all about inclusivity. It's having a faith in Buddhism, but I also have a faith in God. I was brought up going to Sunday school. I went to a convent and was taught by nuns, and went to church every day. So I have a mishmash of faiths, I suppose you would say, but that's just my faith, my lovelies, and we all have our ways and our faiths, and that's a belief in anything, my loves, and you don't have to believe in anything at all. I will respect your perspective and opinion either way, my lovelies. Thank you for sharing. After leaving my faith, I've been so interested in hearing about others' faiths after being told all others were bad. The beads are amazing. Thank you for the compliment about the beads, lovely. I'm sorry you were told that, lovely. Faith is a very personal thing. I don't believe in forcing our faiths in terms of, you know, talking about myself and us as individual human beings. I don't believe in pushing our faiths on other people, but I don't believe that there's anything wrong with being expressive about our faith, as long as it's still inclusive for everybody. So I didn't want to sneak it in without saying anything, my loves, out of respect for you lot, and also to show that I'm still very much an inclusive person, something that I hope does come across, my loves. I almost sent a TTS in the wrong moment. It's happened before, Dre. We'd forgive you, my lovely. We'd forgive you. Thank you guys for being ever so respectful. It's much appreciated, my darlings. Let's get on with the first affirmation, my lovelies. So we're going to be pulling from the general pack, my darlings, and that's this pack here. So let's get them out of the pack and give them a good shuffle in portrait and landscape. We haven't had a bonus card. I think for a couple of days, so here's hoping that we might get one today. Love and relationships, you've got it. Much love to you too, Jen, darling. Much love to you too, sweetheart. You got it. We should be doing Nessie Bear's love and relationships next. Okay, and let's spread the deck onto the desk. And I can see it. Cards back in the box, because of course we will be leaving the card out. I have some photography to do this weekend, get all the cards up on the server, and let's get out the love and relationships box ready for our Nest Bear. So this is the general card that we've got for today, my lovelies, and it's called, and it's a brilliant card, it's called No Judgment. On the way to Joyville by the looks of it. I release myself from any and all judgments. I find my inner critic, call it into my office, and tell it to take a vacation. As it leaves the room, I let out a sigh and begin to enjoy the joy of simply being. Who hired that guy anyway? A beautiful card, and that actually leads me on to something very, very important that I've learned during my 30s, during the help from my psych nurse and therapy. Something that's really important, my lovelies, is our inner critic is something that is formed when we're children. The voices that we hear, the dominant voices that we hear around us as we're younger, be they positive, be they negative, form our inner critic. So quite often if we have a stern guardian or parent or person around us growing up, or a positive person around us growing up, that can very much influence the tone of our inner critic. And once we realise that, we can perhaps start to take a little bit of control of it and start to retrain our inner critic, because our inner critic can be incredibly harsh. So know that, my lovelies, that it's formed as we're children, and you can take control of it and retrain it as you're older. Because as I say to you, my darlings, if we can flip our perspective on something, we can change our reality, because our perspective is what we believe, it's what we see, and it's what we perceive. So therefore it's our reality. So if we can change our perspective and learn to change our perspective, we can change our reality, and that can quite literally change our lives, my loves. So just some little nuggets from a much older, maybe a little bit wiser woman. I'm not sure about that. Definitely the much older bit. Right, let's get our Nest Bears card done. And this is the love and relationships, my loves. Okay, let's give these a shuffle. Let's see if we can get a bonus card today. We get about 4 or 5 of those in a pack. Okay, let's give them a landscape and portrait shuffle. Okay, and let's spread the deck onto the desk. And I see it. If you haven't had your medication today, my darlings, now is as good a time as any. It's also a good time to hydrate or have something to eat if you haven't. Take a deep breath in and focus on relaxing every muscle from the tips of your toes to the tops of your head, my loves. And here is our Nessie Bears card from the Love and Relationships pack. And it is the card of boundaries. I claim my right to set healthy boundaries, and I allow others to do the same. Sometimes personal space is taken, and sometimes it's given. And sometimes, if you're on the subway, it's completely disregarded and shamelessly invaded. I guess it depends on the day. And this is the card of boundaries, and this also reminds me of something very, very important, my lovelies. Sometimes, for some reason or another, it can be a period that we're going through, or it can be due to physical illness, mental illness, or having a downtime with our mental health. We can struggle with our self-worth, and when we struggle with our self-worth and our self-esteem, we can have difficulties setting boundaries. I once wrote a piece when I ran a mental health radio show and did a mental health broadcaster, and it was about having those that are close to you and those that you feel safe with, having them remind you of your self-worth, because quite often we aren't mindful of it ourselves, and let them show you how you should be treated. And as I wrote in the piece, in time you will eventually learn how you should be treated, and that's when you can set boundaries. Boundaries are very, very important, my lovelies. So that's today's card for our Nessie Bear, and that is the card of boundaries. So that is set safely aside and will be uploaded to the wellness section and the affirmation channel this weekend, my darlings. Let me just see if anybody else has redeemed a card. Okay, let me just complete the redemptions, my loves, and then I will get back to the gaming screen and I will catch up with you, darlings. Welcome back to the gaming screen, my lovelies. Let me catch up on your comments, my darlings. We love a wholesome quote. That we do, Abby, that we do, my love. Thank you guys again for being so understanding. It's very much appreciated. Amy says, core beliefs that reminds me that I learnt about. Absolutely, very important beliefs, my lovely, absolutely. Thank you ever so much for the shout out for Mantha. Mantha, welcome in, my lovely. How are you doing today? Welcome in, Strawberry Tragic. Somebody ring the troll voice. Thank you ever so much, Mantha. Thank you, sweetheart. I completely agree. My self-worth has dissolved this past year. I know, sweetheart, you've been through a lot, my lovely, and a lot of it we went through together, side by side, my love. So as I always said to you, sometimes we might not be strong enough to be a rock for somebody else, but if you're both not feeling your best, you can be little pebbles, and sometimes that's all that can be, and that's okay. Thank you for the good vibes to find Poppy. Thank you, Tragic Love. Always a pleasure to listen to the affirmations. I'm glad to hear it, Sonoko. I'm glad to hear it, lovely. The big gaming screen, indeed, Ali Love, indeed, lovely. Enjoy your snackies, Dre Love. Enjoy your snacks, my darling. Also, Tricky, what TTS voice do you use? It's well, it can only be Nobita. I guess you'll have to feed her 10 bits and find out, my love. I love those butterflies, the Queen Alexandras. Every single day I go off on a hunt, I go to check that the plot is still open and there. For some reason I can't walk today without ricocheting. It's almost like real life. Do you know where you can get the big half moon statue DIY? Oh, here we go. God. I don't think she likes you. Let me try and replay that, sweetheart. Let's see if that works. Oh no, Dre's been scammerinoed. For some, I've seen it happen with Eric on Borrows. There are certain things that will just not trigger them. So I apologise. Not only did you spend 10 bits, you spend 20 bits. No, I don't have any spam protection on, lovely. I have 0. Have you fucking met me, Dre? I have the word cunt in my allowed words. Are you kidding me, darling? I have 0 spam protection. So I don't know why it didn't allow that, love, but I'm sorry about that, sweet. Oh, my bean. What's wrong, baby? Wait, I can't hear what he's saying. Oh, here comes Amy.
Which glory hole broke Bobby to dear, 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 dear.
love how Ali tested it. Yes, you can indeed say it, my lovely. Well, it's unfair for me to use every word in the fucking dictionary and not allow you guys to use it. Thank you for the 10 bits and for feeding Nobita. Thank you, Amy, darling. Ria's, welcome in, my love. How are you doing today, sweetheart? She has indeed been fed. Now, I've no fucking idea what Marshall is trying to justify, but Poppy's tail's hiding it. Pop the kettle on. I could do with another coffee. Thank you, Ali love. Jez, can you pop the kettle on, please? I'm gonna go get some food now. I wish you luck finding Poppy. Thank you, darling. Thank you, my love. Enjoy your food. Let us know what you have.
Glory hole.
There we go. Nobita has been fed again. She's had her seconds. I'm glad you weren't scammerinoed out of more bits, my lovely. You have the big fragment ones. Is it a DIY or a Nook's Cranny on special occasions? Oh yes, you did ask me something, didn't you, Amy? Let me scroll up, darling. Do you know where you can get the big half moon statue? Do you mean the crescent moon, lovely, and the big star fragment? The crescent moon and the... What's the name of it? The big one, guys. The something, it begins with N. The something star. You get them from Celeste, my lovely. You get them from Celeste. I know the one, Nova Star. I think it's Nova Star. You get them from Celeste, my lovelies. She comes after 7 o'clock in the evening. I quite often find her mooching around the beaches, but she can be anywhere. She doesn't come on a Saturday, and I'm not sure about Sundays. And she's usually guaranteed once every 2 weeks, sweetheart. I'm just going to have a drink, my lovelies. Now, let's not overuse the word cunt, Ali, or it uses up its efficiency. That didn't make any fucking sense. Impact is probably the word I was looking for. Chloe, welcome in, sweetheart. I love that arriving peepo. I love it. It's adorable. Welcome in, my love. How are you doing? Astray, welcome in, darling. How are you doing, sweetheart? Nova Star, yes, that's the one. So, we've no fucking idea what Marshall's trying to get rid of. Gears, there we go. You know, I've got given these a couple of times lately by the villagers. I love my little bean. Nessie, why has my bean not been popped in the chat? No offence, Marshall, my darling. I adore you, but your gears are going straight in the bin, my love. It really didn't make much sense. Shut your face. Oh, thank you, Nessie. Oh, you did? I missed them. My fault. How could I miss my bean? Oh my god. Right, so we've got all our tickets. We're 170 tickets in. Don't forget, my darlings, you can do !NMT to see how many balls deep tickets we are for finding Poppy. Focus on making those nut noises to manifest the squirrely one. And Mr. Chiefville is on the job of adding Nookmar tickets. So let's set off for our 171st Nookmar ticket, my loves. Now, we all know I can't multitask when I'm on this screen. So usually after a few tickets, I can get away with looking outside of the screen perhaps once. But mostly I need to look directly at Orville, who doesn't shut his face. Because, of course, if you press B too many bloody times, he takes you out the screen. Reach for the skies. Indeed, my darling. Indeed. Can I miss my B? Ness, the shade. The shade of it all. I'm glad that you're okay, lovely. I'm not too bad, Chloe, love. I'm not too bad, sweetheart. Thank you for asking. Did Tricky just almost turn into a valley girl? All you got to do is turn on the vocal fry, my love. Although I sounded more like a valley girl that had turned into the Grudge. We all know that you guys love that here. A valet girl. No, a valet grill. Something different entirely. Right, as you guys know, for those of you that are regulars here, we're going to start off with the Never Eat Shredded Wheat toss-off. Now, we do respect Wilbur's preferences. He does not like to be tossed off on. I've tried many times. So we respect them, but he likes to watch us. We all got our ways, my loves. So then we do a toss to the east, toss to the south. Wait, yep, and then a toss to the west. Can I get away with it today? Look at him, fucking loving it, dirty bitch. Right, let's get me pole out. Valet girl. Right, let's have a look, see who we got, my loves. Now, as always, if we've seen them before... Oh my god, I think it's Boots. I love Boots. Boots is such a cutie. Look at him. I am a sucker for the lazies. Oh my god, I love the Cardinal Beantas moment. I don't know why I went to a very, very poor impression of a southern waitress and why she's a waitress. Look at me just spouting out all stereotypes. Watch me get cancelled. Keck. Right, that's Boots. Absolutely adore Boots, but of course he is not the one we are looking for. He is a tad spikier. So onwards and upwards we go, my darlings. We are looking for the squirrely one. That is, of course, our Popeye. Indeed. A southern belle. I can't do a southern accent. I can do a lot of accents. You know why it is strawberry tragic? Because I had a big crush on the southern waitress in True Blood. That's what it is. So when I think southern, I think her. And I think it's because of my photographic memory. I think in images. So when someone says to me, for example, Scotland, I think of Jamie from Outlander, and I think of Sassenach. Oh my god, if a man said that to me, I think I would literally fall to my knees. 2 hydrates, fantastic. I could do with them. And a vape break. The classic pairing. Thank you, my darlings. Welcome in, Mythical Magic. Bear with me, my darlings. I just need to have a cough. Plaid, how dare you? It's tartan, my darling. Do you want to take that coffee, love, and pop it in? Oh, wait, hang on. Let me move the eye drops. Right, pop it by there, love. Thank you very much. Yeah, so for me, love, because I think in pictures, I suppose when I think of sort of Irish, I think of Father Ted. When I think of Southern, I think of that waitress from True Blood. You know, I think in pictures. So I think that's probably why it is. It's not me genuinely, you know, using stereotypes. But yes, most definitely tartan. Right, let me... that accent was not good, but bless you, my darling, for saying so. And tragic, it's tartan, my dear. Ooh, an affirmation card for Rias. I know you wanted to do this for me, and here's the chance. Whenever you have time, we can do this. I want you to do some hunting though first. I am drawn to the creativity pack. I apologize. My voice, the reason I wasn't able to stream yesterday, excuse me guys, my voice, you girls, because I was about to talk about myself, you guys know that I'm a very husky woman, but sometimes it gets really, really bad. So I have to drink a lot. So today I'm like super dry. My throat, my eyes, everything. So do bear with me, my loves. There's my little tier 2 subbies with their gargly emotes. Actually, I'm going to do a gargle. The highest you will ever hear me. Thought I'd pop in on my way to lurking to try and get some sleep. Thank you for the lurk, sweetheart. Much appreciated, and I hope you get some good rest, lovely. Abby, you know what it is, don't you? It's me manifesting and talking to Poppy direct, my darling. Right, Rias. I know, I hear that so much, Rias love, Animalese. I didn't think of it at first, but I've actually heard it quite a lot now. So I kind of play into it a little bit, I won't lie. So it's me manifesting and chatting to Poppy. I would be delighted to do your first affirmation, my lovely. Oh, Mythical Magic, love. You can redeem a mantra, sweetheart, and put any pack in there that you like. The way that it works, my lovelies, you can get 1 mantra and 1 affirmation a stream. There's a 15-minute cooldown between them, and there's a maximum of 10 per broadcast. Now, if it got to the point where more people were wanting them, then of course I can increase the limits. But those are the current ones, my lovelies. But you know, the what do you call them? Redemptions. The redemptions are for you guys, so I am led by you guys. I have changed my redemptions before and added things for you guys, so always feel free to make suggestions, my darlings. Some of them I've implemented, some of them I haven't, but I do very much listen, my loves. So always feel free to add an idea. Chloe says, when I think Irish form tutor from school. See, this is it. It gets imprinted on us, doesn't it? So for me, when I think of Ireland, I think of Father Ted. Now, some people might think, well, that's quite stereotypical and offensive, but it's not. It's because when I was a child, my first sort of introduction to Ireland, if you like, and the Irish, sort of culture shown on TV in that comedy and the accent was Father Ted. And we get imprinted when we're children. So it's why they, recall to mind. So, sometimes people can get a bit too easily offended, but quite often it can be quite an innocent reason behind it. I couldn't stay long. I've got to go to class, but wanted to pop in and say hi. Thank you ever so much for popping in, my love. Can we get another shout out for our Katrina? Much appreciated you popping in. Have a good day and a good class, so to speak, my lovely. No, Mythical Magic Love, what you can do is redeem a mantra and just put whatever pack you want in there. I haven't got a problem with you doing that, lovely, so that when I go over to the affirmation screen, let's say for example you wanted creativity, you feel free to pop that in the mantra section. I've not got a problem with that at all, my lovely. I've offered that to people many times. Yes, on cooldown, that's right, my darling. Thank you for the shout out, Nessie, sweetheart. Stream can only get better with feedback. Absolutely, love. And if you think about it, you guys, the community, are the ones that are popping your bottoms on seats and that are ones that are taking in this. So if I can make it better for you guys, then that comes from your guys' suggestions. And I've said that on Discord and I say it on stream. So always feel free. And if you're a little bit shy to perhaps pop it in the broadcast, feel free to whisper me, my loves. It's not a problem at all. Keith Lemon, oh my goodness, remember that sketch show? Can't be helped though, my darling. You were imprinted. Can't be helped, my love. Welcome in, Devoid. It's good to see you. Can we get we've already got a shout out. My Nesper is the most efficient. Are you psychic? Well, take off the IC and add an O and you've got psycho. I'm just kidding. A little bit. Right. Let's go over to the affirmation scene, my darlings. And welcome back to the affirmation scene, my lovelies. First of all, we're going to be doing an affirmation. Let me just double check the pack for our Rias, and I believe it's their first affirmation. Rias, lovely, I'm not sure I've checked with you, and I hope this is all right to ask, but can I check your pronouns with you, lovely? I do try to be very mindful and respectful, and I apologise if this is my second time asking. I do have a very, very bad memory. It's a bit of a, well, I would say an in-joke, but it's not very in because everybody bloody knows. So I apologise if I've asked before, lovely, but it's always good to be respectful. I'm glad that one tickled your love. Okay, and Mythical Magic would like creativity. Absolutely no problem, lovely. Right, let's get the card pack out, my lovely. Do you want me to repeat what I just said, Rias, lovely? We're going to be doing the creativity pack for our Rias, and he, him, his. Got you, my lovely. I'm not sure if I've asked you before. I apologise if it's my second time. Please don't take offence to that, lovely. It's absolutely nothing to do with pronouns. It's to do with my very, very bad memory, lovely, which I'm very well known for. Right, so let's get the card deck out, my darlings. And we're going to be doing a creativity pull for our Rias and for Mythical Magic. And this is the design of the pack, my darlings. It's absolutely beautiful. I adore the illustrations. Absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to give them a shuffle in landscape and portrait. Now, when I have two redemptions of people taking from the same pack, there have been times where I've chosen both of their cards at the same time. There have also been times where I've shuffled in between. I go by my instinct, my lovelies. So that's why you might see me change it up. This isn't about fortune telling. This isn't about magic. This isn't about anything like that. This is about me honing in on my intuition and my instinct and listening to what my body, mind and spirit is telling me, my lovely. But at the end of the day, it's all about positivity, my darlings. So sit back, relax, enjoy the Celtic music and the fireworks over Littleshire, my darlings. So let's get the deck spread on the desk, my lovelies. And of course, we are picking for our Rias first, and I can see it. Do apologise, I need to cough, please excuse me. And I'd actually like to shuffle in between. So I'm going to keep that pack aside for when we're picking for Mythical Magic. And this, of course, is the design. And the card that we have, oh, it looks like a wonderful one, is Inspiration. And this is the illustration. I am open-hearted and eyes wide, open-minded, ready to notice any microscopic speck of inspo that wanders my way. When it appears, I follow it without hesitation and resist the urge to ask a bunch of questions. It doesn't much matter where we're headed, inspiration and me. As long as we're wandering along together, pinatas full of poignant moments are sure to follow. And what I love about this card is the latter half of the sentence could almost be a mantra. Pinatas full of poignant moments are sure to follow. It has a very alliterative turn of phrase, and it's one of those ones that rolls off the tongue. Pinatas full of poignant moments are sure to follow. I absolutely adore that card, and that is for our Rias, their first card pull. So of course this will be clipped, my lovely, and it will have your username tagged, so that if you'd like to watch it back and listen to it again, then you will find it in my clips, and they aren't deleted, lovely. All you have to do is head to my channel, head to the video section and then the clip section, and you will find it there, my lovely. So that's set safely aside to pop in the wellness section in the Discord in the affirmation channel, my darlings, which will be done this weekend. So the next pull that we're doing, my loves, is for Mythical Magic. I'm just going to take some water. So in the meantime, if you guys haven't hydrated lately, have yourself some water. If you haven't had your medication, then take yours. I had mine just before broadcast. Perhaps a little snack if you haven't eaten. And if you're feeling a little bit tense and caught up and a bit anxious, then breathe in for 5 and out for 7. And repeat, and it will help relax you. So let's get the cards shuffled again, my darlings. We're going to shuffle them in landscape and then portrait. Are you still here, Mythical Magic, love? Because I know you were off to sleep, so I'm not sure. You might have fallen asleep, lovely, and I don't need to miss your card. It's great listening to something soothing and calming and relaxing before going to sleep. Wonderful. Okay, glad you're still here, love. I didn't want you to miss it. Okay, let's get the card deck spread onto the table. And I can see it. Excuse me. Let's get this card box put away, my loves. So another excellent breathing technique, my lovelies, is square breathing. You breathe in for 4, you hold for 4, breathe out for 4, and repeat 4 times. And that can help regulate your breathing if you're experiencing any anxiety or panic. But if you would like to relax your body more, then breathe in for a shorter amount of time and out for a longer period of time. So this is the card that we've got for our Mythical Magic, and it is called My Truth, and it's got an adorable little illustration. Not sure if you can see the T there. It's white on quite a beige background, but it is there, my darlings. My truth. I'm the rock star that carries my truth, and I can share that twisty, turny, complicated inner truth with pride. I love who I am, and I accept all the less than perfects of my past. It's the less than perfects that gave me my real story. And when I finally sit down to tell it, I'm gonna go ahead and be the hero. And hey, who knows? It just might help someone understand their truth too. That's a beautiful card, because the message that I take from that is it's about speaking our truth and our experience. And as I very often do with you guys, sometimes that truth is ugly and sometimes that truth is painful and it's vulnerable and it hurts, but there's a message and there's something to be learnt from it. And if sharing one's truth and one's experience can help us to help somebody else not go through the same thing, then it's absolutely worth sharing. So that's a beautiful card, hopefully one that you love. And here comes our blue wolf in with a fanfare. Let me just have some more water. Welcome in, my darling. And that reminds me, I've got a little announcement to make. Let's get back to the gaming screen, my darlings. Welcome back to the gaming screen, my darlings. Let me just clear and complete my redemptions, lovelies. There we go. Welcome in, Blue Wolf. How are you doing, my darling? Just fallen out of bed, I expect. The best way to get into a broadcast. The best way to start one as well. I'm just going to have a bit of my energy drink, love. Sometimes I can find that a bit more quenching to my throat than water, which is rather strange. I think it might be the bubbles. I think the bubbles titillate my tonsils and almost give them a little bit of a scratch. So bear with me a minute, my loves. Oh my God, I just did cheers to the screen. Someone help me. Can we get a quote on Rias, please? I love that. Welcome back, bitches. There are many modes to me, and that's why I call myself a variety streamer. Will I pop it in my tags? Fucking no, because I'm not. Tricky, why are you Shakespeare on the mic? I just can't help it, baby. I just can't help it. And if you are speaking to your Val, tell them they are legendary. I got it wrong. Tell them they are legendary Gucci clown, and I love them. And I was the only one that got the Gucci clown joke in Boroughs earlier. Thank you for adding the quote. So I have a little bit of an announcement to make, my darlings. Thank you to Void Sweetheart. Little bit of an announcement to make, my lovelies. I am going to be introducing a new mod to the broadcast, and that is our very own Blue Wolf. Strawberry Tragic, I apologise, you were on the shortlist. That was quickly thrown away. But you are incredibly entertaining and we love having you here. So congratulations to our Blue Wolf. Now, some of you may think this bitch got a heck of a lot of mods. Let me just have a little word with you about my mods, my darlings. I am and have been a streamer for probably over 8-9 years. I will actually mod you shortly, sweetheart, bear with me. I didn't want to do it until you came here, lovely. I wanted to announce it. There's actually a reason for it, my lovely. I believe I believe very much in streamer etiquette and streamer respect. So there are certain individuals that are modded that are very busy individuals. They have their own streaming, they have very busy jobs, but they have the title of mod out of the length of time that I've known them, and as a nod of respect. So whilst it might look like I have a long list of mods, first of all, I don't think that's a problem. Eventually all you fuckers will probably have a sword, but then if everyone's mod, nobody's mod. So sometimes, like the other night, I can be left where there isn't a mod available because Mr. Chiefil might be busy with Artie, or he might be focusing on a job that I've given him, like the Nook Mile ticket. Our poor Nessie Bear wasn't very well. There's also different times that I broadcast, my lovelies. So hopefully you guys are happy with the decision. I've known Blue Wolf for a long time, an absolute sweetheart, very, very playful, which is just how we love them. So hopefully you will join me in welcoming Blue Wolf to the mod team, my lovelies. Speaking of which, I suppose I better mod her. She probably came in here typing, ready to go, hey, with the sword, and then she was like, what the fuck? I wanted to announce it first, dickhead. Right, let me catch up with the comments, my lovelies. But I suppose the biggest factor is it's not just the respect factor, but also because you guys will notice that I don't cut into other people's stream times, of those, like Borrow, like Professor. When I watch those people regularly, for me it's part of my own personal streamer respect rules of not eating into their times, and there are times I haven't gone live if someone I watch goes live, because it's just a personal belief system of mine. I don't believe other people should have it. Everybody, answers to their own principles and morals, my darlings. Doesn't mean I'm doing it the right way. I'm just doing it my way, my lovelies. So yes, just something a little bit about me, my darlings. Right, let me double check on the comments, my lovelies. Oh, Blue Wolf. Strawberry Tragic says, that's interesting. I don't feel quenched when drinking carbonated drinks. Me either, normally, Tragic Love. I think what it is, I think it's when my tonsils, let's try and multitask. I think it's when my tonsils are playing up, love. I suffered with chronic tonsillitis as a child, but the doctors refused to take my tonsils out because they said because I was prone to them, it would go down into my chest, which is a lot more dangerous to get a chest infection than it is to get tonsillitis. It would make me very, very sick, but I wasn't in any danger, and I wasn't injured after it. I would heal after some antibiotics. I've now become resistant to a lot of those antibiotics because I had them a lot as a child, and they actually give out antibiotics a lot less these days, which I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I suppose I don't know too much about it, but I suppose it's good in terms of not building resistance to things. But I think because my tonsils are irritated and tonsillitis-y at the moment, I think it almost gives them a little scratch. So I think that's why, but that's a very long fucking answer to your statement, which is why I need to catch up on comments. But interesting things to talk about, my loves. Thank you for the wolf hype. Thank you, my darlings. Well, that was nice. Thanks. Time for bed for now. Look, time. Night, everyone. Night, Tricky. Good night, Mythical Magic. You're most likely asleep and resting now. No pressure to reply. If we can get another shout out for Mythical Magic, I'm glad that you liked your card pull, lovely. And of course we had Rias's first card pull as well, so you get yourself some good rest and we'll see you soon, lovely. It's okay, I'll forgive you eventually. Thank you, my darling. Oh my god, what was it Strawberry Tragic said the other day? We raided... Who did we raid? I think we raided Ghoul. And Strawberry Tragic was talking out their arse, as they often do, and said that I'd told them to say something, and I was like, Jesus fucking Christ, why did this troll have to come over with me? And I was like, never mind the troll, they're harmless enough and quite funny. Which I do believe. The resident troll, we all need them, my lovelies. You're most welcome, Blue Wolf, love. Much deserved, sweetheart, much deserved. We all love you, and we all know you, and we all love you, darling. It's different times that they can mod. Absolutely, lovely. I'm very much somebody that streams at different times. For example, tonight my mum's coming over later, Mama Tricky. So if I'd have streamed after my mum had left, I'd be looking at going live around 11:30 midnight, and I find that a bit too late. Not so much in terms of streaming for that time. I don't have a problem with it because I am a night owl, but I like to decompress a lot when I come off stream, and I'm talking for hours. I like to decompress. I like to be with my Discord community. I like to watch some movies, and it's just a little bit too late for everyone. So on times when Mama Tricky's here, I'm streaming a little bit earlier. On times when I'm perhaps not feeling well, so I need to take my meds at a certain time, and they make me they make me drowsy, so I need to stream at a different time. So it's good to have a variety of mods of people that I can trust. So it might look like a long list of mods, but they're people that I trust. Doesn't mean I don't trust others of you. I do have a short list of other mods, my darlings. Affirmation. Oh, Cloyd, welcome in, my love. I'm just catching up, my darlings. I shall do you when we get back to the island, my darling. Right, just catching up. I think it's a good idea to have a lot of mods. It means you don't have to worry about the stream, and you can just enjoy yourself. absolutely right, Chloe love. I have to admit, sweetheart, the other night when I was lower on mods, and that was absolutely none of the mods' fault. I've said this to every single mod. If at any time you want to step down, you can step down. It is never what's the word, an obligation or a necessity to attend every stream, to be subscribed, to stay the whole stream, to only come once a month. You know, I'm very, very vocal about that. And also, if they need to step down because perhaps it's a little too much and they want to relax a little bit more, then their modship will get converted to VIP. So, you know, I've been a mod myself. I can understand the anxieties that come with it. So I try to make it as enjoyable as possible and as relaxing as and least anxiety inducing for my mods as well, and of course reward them when I can as well, of course, in our little Discord server. You have a message. You have a message from Val. Let's see here. What's this say? Here it is. It says, I am but a lowly jester. She's a fucking queen. If the doctor said you have 15 minutes, enjoy your last minute on earth, I would redeem Tricky ASMR and just laugh into the abyss. I absolutely adore that. I can see that Jez tried to quote it. Did you see that it didn't go through as a quote, Jez? You copied and pasted it. It should absolutely be a quote. For a start, she's absolutely... they are absolutely a fucking clown. I apologise. Do you know what Val referred to themselves as earlier? An acorn. I didn't know acorns could be legendary. Did you? Absolutely adore them. Just have some water, my darlings. Right, bear with me, loves. I'm a little bit slow catching up. Always happens when I've done the affirmations, because I have to focus entirely on that. So, not your guys' fault. Bear with me. I'm going through them, my darlings. Oh, Ria, so you're having lagging problems, love. Guys, what's the thing called to reduce lag? It's called something, and you can have it enabled. Not lunacy. Lunacy.
Low latency.
Low latency. Do you have low latency running, Lovey? Lovey. Do you have low latency running, lovely? Right, just catching up, my darlings. Is anybody else having issues? Is anybody else? Because I'm seeing Amy saying that they're having problems too. Sweet Tea Light, welcome in, love. Good to see you again. I'm just going to hunt along with you, going for Tangy, Rosie, or Coco. Hope you give me some luck. I am wishing you lots of luck and sending you Tangy, Rosie, and Coco vibes, my lovely. All excellent choices. So good luck on your hunt, sweetheart. Thank you, Nikib, darling. Thank you, my love. I just realised it's night time. Were you all where you all are, isn't it, Tricky? It's only 2:33 here. So you're sort of not California. You're EST. EST is about 5 hours, isn't it? So you're sort of more Californian time. Yes, it's wait, no, you're 6 hours behind, guys. I've just completely head fucked myself. You're 6 hours behind. I'm gonna just shut my face. Central time. Okay. Apologies, guys. I completely mind fucked myself. Just having some more waters, my darlings. Thank you, Jen, darling. I'm currently just stood still. What fucking content, eh? I'm so sorry you're having issues, Rias, love. Have you tried restarting the laptop? I know that that's a very frustrating thing that IT people say, but it can be... Oh, I've actually not run into this one. Is it Gaston? It actually can be helpful. Also, lovely, restarting your router or your modem, whichever one it is that you're on. And remember, my loves, if ever you want to see some more information about a villager, you can do !villager, leave a space, and then put Gaston. And Isabel says the bot will give you a link to their Nookopedia page, and you can see a little bit more about them. Absolutely love that add-on. Did you add the Val quote?
I did.
You did add it. Fantastic. Well, Chief Phil, after what she said, that quote feels directed. I love it. Oh God, is it happening for a few of you? Mr. Lizard, welcome in, lovely. Oh, I love that emote. That's adorable. I'm such an emote whore. That is adorable. Is that what they call a Pokemon? I have to be honest, guys. I skipped the generation. Thank you for adding the quote. Thank you. You had some buffering too. Sorry that... No, don't apologise, lovely, that I might seem like a troll. I haven't been in a very good mental space and tend to do that. I'm trying to work on it. Tragic, lovely. I absolutely wasn't meaning that in a bad way. I hope that didn't come across, and I apologise if it did. If I didn't like you and didn't want you in the broadcast and felt that you weren't funny and had good intentions, you wouldn't be here and you'd already be banned. As somebody riddled with mental illness and mental health, I'm not saying that you're the same, my lovely. Humour is a very good coping mechanism, so trust me, I very much understand that, and you've no need to apologise. You've been quoted quite a few times, and I find you quite frankly hilarious a lot of the time. Right, where did I put my lip balm? Oh, I think it might still be on the table, Jess. God, I'm so dry today. God, I'm such a mess. Why am I streaming? Thank you. Because I love you fuckers. Right, let me have... There we go. My stream basically said, bye fuckers, and errored me a minute ago. Oh, now I wonder if there may have been a Twitch error. I'm almost at the bottom, my darlings. In fact, I've stopped scrolling. I wonder if there was a bit of a Twitch fart, my loves, that might have caused that. Twitch can do that. Hopefully, Ryan says it's running okay. How's it running for you, Jet? Mind you, we're on the same... But you are still a member. You are still watching on a stream.
I did crash.
You did crash? Maybe it was a bit of a Twitch error, my darlings. If it happens again, where you all, you know, start farting out, I can restart the stream if needed, my loves. Oh, that's so weird why it didn't do it. Oh, it did it for you. Brilliant. It's Psych Duck. Tragic. I've literally got mods that are trolls. Respect for the trollage. It's all about intention, my love. Slithering up in this bitch. Welcome back, my darling. I hope you had a good session, love. Oh, God, that sounds awful. You know what I mean, sweetheart. Welcome back, my lovely. And Wookie is tooting away. Right, let's get Ryan's card done. Let's check what you picked, lovely. Oh, Blue Wolf. Bear with me, love. Nobody do an Uno reverse, because I'm going to be going to the affirmation scene. First of all, you're welcome for fucking mod, Blue Wolf. And now this bitch redeems no swearing. No swearing's only available on the main gaming screen, love. Main gaming screen. So I'm going to go over to the affirmation scene, do Ryan's affirmation, and when I come back, I'll switch it on, my lovely. So no one do Uno reverse, and if you do, I will refund it. And then I'll do you no swearing. Shut your face, Blue Wolf. Defo not me getting a troll message ready. You're a mod, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? Autocorrect can be a funny ass bitch sometimes. I mean, have you met Jazz? He's the biggest one of all. Absolutely, Amy. Absolutely, my darling. Right, time to get into ASMR mode. Oh, here we go. Here comes Nobita.
Oh, Tricky, you're so fine, you're so fine, you blow my mind. Hey, Tricky.
This is my jam. She's
Hey,
not quite got the
Tricky,
rhythm,
oh,
but...
Tricky, you're so fine, you blow my mind. Hey, Tricky.
Not me trying to dance,
Hey,
but not finding the
Tricky,
rhythm.
Oh, Tricky, you're so fine, you blow my mind. Hey, Tricky. Hey, Tricky.
Thank you for the 10 bits and for feeding Nobita. That's not trolling, that's just singing me my jam. That was like spoken word poetry. Bless her. Right, I will see you on the affirmation scene, my darlings. Welcome back to the affirmation scene, my loves. We are going to be doing a general affirmation card pull for our Ryan, of course, nicknamed Cloyd, and that's from this pack here, my lovelies. If you are wondering what my little Buddha is and my Buddhist prayer beads, then that is at the top of the broadcast, my lovelies, that I might make a highlight, but it will give it a little bit of context, my loves. So let me get the cards out, my darlings. So whilst Ryan has redeemed an affirmation, it does mean there's a 15-minute cooldown. But if you would like an affirmation or a mantra, that can be redeemed. And feel free to pop an affirmation pack in the mantra redemption text box. I don't mind that in the slightest, my darlings. I am just shuffling the cards in landscape and then portrait. And if you haven't had some water, my lovelies, now's a good time to hydrate. And if you haven't had your meds, then take your meds along with them. And relax and unwind to the scenes of Little Shire, my loves. And that's the cards shuffled. Let's get them spread onto the desk, and I can see it. Okay, so the card we've got for our Cloyd today, it's got a very cute illustration, is Everyone's a Teacher. Lunasi, thank you ever so much for the raid, sweetheart. If we could get a shout out for our Lunasi, please, my darlings. And I will, of course, speak to you more once I'm back on the gaming stream, love, and you can tell me about your stream, lovely. But thank you ever so much, sweetheart. So this is the card for our Ryan, and it's called Everyone's a Teacher. Everyone I cross paths with is a teacher in that moment. The ones who give me the fun lessons are the ones I call friends. The ones who give me the hard lessons I sometimes call a-holes. They've chosen a tough job, but someone's got to do it. So today, I'm thanking all the a-holes. Thank you, a-holes, for playing your part in making me a better person. And that is the card of Everyone's a Teacher for our Ryan. And that reminds me of a very important metaphor. I've done a lot of volunteer counselling, especially with adolescents, and a lot of mental health support for others. And something that I've spoken a lot about is about life being very much like a book. And of course, life is filled with chapters, as are books, and sometimes we have characters in books that are only there for a chapter or two, and perhaps they're there for a metaphor, for a reason, to cause a shift and a ripple in our life, but we learn something from every chapter and piece it all together. It's what makes the story. And so sometimes there are people that come in and out of our lives, and there are also people that stay for a considerable amount of time, but there's always something to learn from everyone, even the a-holes. So I hope that you like your card, Ryan, darling. Now, before we switch back to the gaming screen, my darlings, is there anybody else that would like to redeem an affirmation or mantra? Now, the affirmation is currently on cooldown, but you feel free to pop an affirmation, one of the affirmation packs, into the mantra redemption if you would like, my lovelies. I'm just going to sort these cards out whilst you guys have a little think if you want to redeem. Some of them were face down and some of them were face up. There we go. Vape Break and Hydrate, thank you. I will do that on the gaming screen. Fairy Magic, you've got it, lovely. And Beatley, I will squeeze one in for you as well, my lovely. So we are going to be pulling 2 Fairy Magic cards, my darlings, and it's the Fairy Magic message cards that contain a mantra and they contain an affirmation. Enjoy your lurk, sweetheart. Wookie, Chloe, did you ask for something, lovely? Are you all right? Whenever I see the peppy one, I always think somebody's upset. Let me know if I missed something important from you, lovely. Hopefully I didn't. Hopefully you're all right. Hopefully you're all right, lovely. A pack list Wookie. Wookie, if you click on affirmation, and just clicking on it won't redeem it, lovely, because you actually need to input text. Oh, okay, lovely. I just wanted to double check on you that you were all right, and that I didn't miss anything from you, love. But yes, you enjoy your lurk, sweetheart. All right, Rias, lovely. You have a good shower. Not Rias doing the same Pepe leave. You little buggers. Yes, if you click on affirmation, no need to apologise, my darling. No need to apologise. You weren't to know. If you click on the affirmations, it will tell you the pack's lovely. And the only one that is the duo is the Fairy Magic, which has an affirmation and a mantra. So let's get these cards out. We're going to be doing a card for Lunasi and a card for our Beatly. Now, as I explained just earlier, my loves, sometimes when I'm doing 2 card pulls from the same deck for 2 different people, sometimes I will take them from the same spread deck. Other times I will want to reshuffle them. I just go with how I feel at that time, which is how I pick the cards. So it's just listening to my intuition and instinct. And now I've got Devoid doing it. Thank you for the lurk, sweetheart. Can we get a quote on that, please? Now, these are absolutely stunning cards, incredibly illustrative. And for those of you that are new here, as somebody that is pulled towards thinking in pictures, what I do to make it a genuine instinctive pull for somebody else is I actually spread them face down so that I'm not pulled towards a card for myself. So I'm going to give them a shuffle in landscape. And then in portrait. And then I'm going to place the pack face down and spread the deck, my loves. I can already see Lunasi's. I'm going to shuffle again for Beatly. So let me do Lunasi's card, and then Beatly, I will be with you in a moment, my darling. And ironically enough, and I've said this before, it's another artwork on the front that reminds me very much of Beatly's artwork, where it's immensely vulnerable but very beautiful. And it's called The Skirt of Sorrow. Absolutely gorgeous illustration. The fairies would rather you light a candle than stand in the darkness. You have dwelled there long enough. There is much to do in this life. Grief is part of the journey, but the little bird of hope and light now chirps at your window, reminding you of your beauty and power. It's time to move onwards. And the mantra to go with this card. The little bird of hope calls you to the light, so go there with him. The little bird of hope calls you to the light, so go there with him. An absolutely beautiful card. And as I've always said to you, my darlings, just because I'm pulling a card redemption for somebody else, it doesn't mean that you can't take your own introspective thought and meaning from it. And this card speaks to me perhaps more than any other. That's a card I needed to read, and I know I'm not the only one. So I'm going to keep that safely aside. And I'm going to reshuffle the deck for our Beatly. Thank you for adding the quote, Blue Wolf, darling. I'm glad you liked it, Lunasi, sweetheart. And now I'm going to shuffle in portrait, my lovelies. And I'm going to re-spread the deck onto the desk and pick a card for our Beatly. And I can see it. Whilst I pop the cards away, my lovelies, take this time to stretch, to tense every muscle in your body one by one, from the tips of your toes to the top of your head, and release any tension that you might not even realise you're holding in. Take this time for some self-care, my lovelies. So this is the card that we have for our Beatly, and it's beautiful. It's called Little Fairy Donkey. It's quite a light illustration, So it's very, because the cards are so glossy, it's quite difficult to see, but hopefully it's got a very much a Snow White feel to it. Very Mother Nature. And of course there's the little donkey there. The little fairy donkey won't go where there is danger, nor will she suffer fools or cruelty. She responds to gentleness. You are an independent thinker. If you are asked to do things outside your truth, just walk away. Don't even explain. Your courage is unmatched to your size. Live your life with integrity and do things your way. And the mantra to go with this card: gentleness moves me. Gentleness moves me. That's an absolutely beautiful card and message. And that is the card for our Beatley and its little fairy donkey. Absolutely gorgeous. I am so pleased with the card pulls we've had this evening. They're always positive, my lovelies, which is what I love about the affirmation and mantra cards. They're always positive, but sometimes they can speak to the very soul of us. They really, really can. So I'm glad that you loved that one, sweetheart. I know that it can bring emotion out in us, but that's not a bad thing. Something that the therapy very much taught me is not to be afraid of our emotions. So I'm glad you liked those cards, my lovelies. I will see you guys back on the gaming screen. And welcome back, my lovelies. I'm just going to have some water and then I'm going to catch up with your comments, darlings. A classic Val quote. I think Val's about 40 to 50% of the quote database, and we love to see it. I love it when Blue Wolf does a pause champ. Thank you ever so much again, Lunasi, darling, for the raid, sweetheart. Thank you ever so much, love. How did Stardew go, lovely? I will admit I know absolutely nothing, but it looks bloody fabulous. I'm too scared to try. I'll get addicted to it. Right, just scrolling on through, my lovelies. Oh, I need to have another drink. Bear with me, guys. As I said, my throat is uber dry today. You guys troll lurking me, you little buggers. Watch Tricky for clear skin. Random, but okay. I'm going to sit in the steam in the stream for just a minute. I'll be back, my poos. Thank you for the lurk, sweetheart. Hope you're alright, darling. Yes, very gorgeous illustration, wasn't it, guys? Really was. Just change it to little hairy donkey and it perfectly describes me. That's kind of cute. Little hairy donkey. Been back for a bit, but I didn't want to distract from the mood. No, it would never be a distraction, lovely. But I tell you what I do want to know. What did you have to eat? Because you do have some wonderful food. Only what? Wait, do you mean the pause champ? I love when anyone does pause champ. I've been using it so much lately for like anything. I have to be careful I don't use it inappropriately. Right, let me try and multitask. Watch me fail abysmally. Oh, it was fun. Oh, good. I'm glad to hear it, lovely. I'm glad to hear it, love. I fixed the buffering problem. Apparently, my Wi-Fi is bugging right now. I switched to my mobile hotspot and have had no issues. That's brilliant, love, but be careful of your data. I don't know what data plan you're on, love, but streams can eat up a heck of a lot of data. So what you might want to do, if you want to use less data, love, if you change the quality, so let's say, for example, I think I'm streaming in 1080. So if you change to, say, I don't know, even 720 or 460, it can reduce a lot of the data input. I'm not sure what your sort of levels are at, my lovely. But yes, I usually get a good signal with my mobile data as well, actually. But I think I'm on a 10 gig limit, so I've got to be careful with it. Unlimited! You know, that used to be a thing over in the UK. It still is. Like, you can still get unlimited, but you have to pay quite a lot. But it used to be something that was sort of part of having a monthly costing mobile. But I choked on nothing again. Excuse me, guys, bear with me. I don't know what is in this house. Shit, really, Ryan? Who you with, love? I had chicken tendies and scarf down half a can of Pringles before I realised I should stop. Please teach me your ways of how to stop at half a can of Pringles. I end up eating the whole thing, and then my tongue and the roof cap of my mouth gets sore and guilt kicks in. Please teach me your ways of how to put them back, because now I have to have the little baby cans. Mind you, I haven't had Sprinkles. What the fuck are Sprinkles? I haven't had Sprinkles for ages. Welcome back, Aurora, lovely. I may or may not have gone out for cupcakes. Before you scoff them down, if you can be asked to, pop a photo in the photos, my lovelies. I remember when you had those donuts, they looked absolutely gorgeous. Rainbow Cow, welcome in, my lovely. Excuse me, guys. Oh, my throat today. Welcome in, my lovely. Rainbow Cow, do you stream, love? I can't remember if I've asked you, darling. I apologise for missing your comments, Sweet Tea Light. I do try to catch everyone. I do miss them. Thank you for repeating it. Always feel free to do that if I miss your comment, my loves. The villager command isn't only for mods, lovely, it's for everybody, love. So if you would like to pop it and use it in here, as long as it's not too much, then of course you can use it to have a bit of a look at your own villagers, my love. There's a double rainbow, nice. Same, Abby. Oh my goodness. ACNH Dreamer, welcome back in, my lovely. How you doing today, sweetheart? I am still so obsessed with your dress. Isn't it gorgeous? This is why I have paused the redemption of Change My Outfit, because it's my Poppy inspired what she would look like if she were a villager outfit. Oh yes. Pringles are so good, and cupcakes. I agree. Pringles are really good with chocolate as well. Chocolate and salt just go beautifully together. Oh, they're normally over this side on the... Is that a lion? I think it is. We've seen them before, so I'll just give you a glimpse. But if we have seen the villagers before, my loves, I don't speak to them. Okay, let's get back. Oh, Pringles are amazing. They're amazing. I only like the plain ones, though, but I am a fussy bitch. I will say that. My Nest Bear and Mr. Chiefville like the barbecue ones. Excuse me, guys, I cough right in the mic. Please excuse me. I'm going to turn away and cough. Excuse me, guys. I'm going to try having some bubblegum. My throat is being really bad. I will lean away from the mic because it does have a crunchy exterior, and I don't want to trigger any misophonia. So I will lean away from the mic, my darlings. Oh, thank you, Great Aurora Love. I shall check it out later, my darling. Right, I'm just going to be quiet for a minute, my loves, whilst I chew the crispy bit of the bubblegum. Thank you, Aurora Love. I shall have that in a second, as soon as the crispy bit's gone. Right, let me have that hydrate. Thank you, my love. Perfect timing. I'm sorry to tell you, but Poppy is a squirrel, and I don't think the dress would fit. It's me reimagining her as a villager Strawberry Tragic. You have to join my fantasy, so to speak. No, me either, Lunasi. Now I totes want Pringles. Never thought of having Pringles and chocolate before. Salt and chocolate go so good together. Imagine, right? Imagine Pringles with a thin layer of chocolate coating on them. How are they not invented? They probably are, and they're probably in a different country. I found Kyle. Oh, Kyle's a wolf, isn't he? And he's got the black spots on his legs. We bumped into him, and I've got to be honest, I love all the wolves, but I wasn't too keen on him. I would have rather him all be spots or no spots. But yeah, I wasn't too keen on him. You like most of the regular ones. Yeah, I'm a fussy bugger, darling. I'm just going to have some more water, my loves. Yes, I'd never eat on the mic, Blue Wolf. I know that a lot of people can be sensitive to sort of food noises. Like the other day I had melon and grape on stream because I realised I hadn't eaten all day, and I didn't want to get off stream because, you know, when you're so hungry, like, you can feel sick, and it sort of hits you out of nowhere, doesn't it? So I thought, oh well, I don't want to get off stream, you know, I still want to stream. So I think it took me about an hour, and every now and then I'd lean away and eat a bit of melon and eat a bit of grape. Sour cream, salt and vinegar, BBQ. I didn't know they did prawn cocktail. All of those sound absolutely disgusting. Enjoy, my darling. Right, thank you for the vape, sweetheart. Thank you, love. I never know they did salt and vinegar quavers. Again, both disgusting flavours, but I love quavers. Do you remember the advert? They're floaty light. Poppy looks like she could run a cafe. She really does. She really does. She's so cute. Rainbow Cow, I don't know if I missed it, lovely, and I apologise. I probably did, love. But did you let me know if you were a streamer? I'm unsure if you are, and I do like to shout out fellow streamers. That's the thing. I've had them before. It really is. Chocolate-covered thingamabobbers. Oh. I've never tried them, Nessie. I've never tried them, my love. I bet they're amazing. Nope, I've gone off for now. I can open up, though, if you want. Oh, sorry, love, you were talking to Catty M. Sorry, darling. Let me just have another cough. I apologise, my loves. My mic just choked me out again. You never have to lean away from me, Tricky. Sweet Catty M is, of course, like myself and loves ASMR. God bless you, sweetheart. Pop the kettle on. I've currently got a cup of coffee in front of me, my lovely, so I'm actually going to refund you that, sweetheart. I actually forgot about my coffee, so thank you for reminding me, love. So I'm going to refund you that, lovely, and then maybe you can do that one a bit later for me. Hydrate, I've got you. You guys can probably hear how dry I sound today. Thank you, Aurora, love. Got you, Rainbow Cow. I've just seen you in a few communities, you know. A lot of us know each other from different communities, and I thought, it's always good to check, because I like to shout out fellow streamers. Okay, and that's my chewing gum thrown out. Did Immy pop in? Immy! Welcome in, my love. Immy, is it tomorrow that you're doing it, darling? Thank you for the shout out, Nessie. Tomorrow, Immy is doing a very important stream. A stream for a charity called Youth Mind. Is it Youth Mind or Young Mind, lovely? I believe it was Youth Mind. Please do correct me if I'm wrong, sweetheart. Yes, she's doing a very important stream tomorrow. So if you've got the time, my lovelies, do pop by and check her out. If you give her a follow and enable your notifications, then it'll give you a poke when she goes live, my loves. But very, very important stream, and we're very proud of her. It's definitely very important. Something that I used to do regularly, excuse me, guys, with the mental health broadcasts and radio shows, was do things for Mind UK. So that'll be something that'll be coming in future onto this channel, my lovelies, because I spoke to my Discord about starting to do the light bit of mental health broadcast. So that'll be something that I'll be introducing at that time, and I'm sort of tiptoeing into the water slowly with the affirmations and giving you sort of little mental health nuggets and things like that, and it'll all be positive stuff, my loves. Aurora says, I don't know if this counts as ASMR, but I like the plunking sound of stones and things going into water. I don't like slurpy or crackly ASMR videos. That's absolutely ASMR, love. You don't have to like everything. For example, I adore crunchy videos. Oh god, there's a lot of things I love, but there are also a lot of things I hate in ASMR. So yes, it's definitely something you can sort of pick and choose, lovely. Most definitely. I also love water ones as well. It's Renee! Now, we have bumped into Renee before, but if Prof knew I saw Renee and didn't have a chat with her, I wouldn't hear the end of it. I do love her lashes, and I love her hair. Of all of the hairstyles that, you know, you see the hippos and the ducks. Excuse me, guys, I'm so sorry about my throat today. Of all of the hairstyles you can see, I think Renee's got one of the cutest, because it's got the two colours in it that add a bit of depth, and I also love the curved edges. Poor Bubbles has a tragic haircut, and some of the ducks, don't get me started. Oh, Tutu is adorable. We ran into Tutu, Sweet Tea Light, absolutely adorable. Young Minds, thank you my lovely, thank you for correcting me, sweetheart. Why so many peppies? Are you starting your village out, lovely? Because if you're doing your first 5, you will only run across peppies, normals and lazies, love. So I'm not too sure which sort of part of your island hunting you're into, if you're a bit further into your island life, if that makes sense, lovely. Oh, you're doing your 7th villager. Okay, so you should get a mixture. It just might be a run of peppies, lovely. Thank you, Nessie, darling. Thank you, my love. That's a beautiful thing to say. Thank you, my darling. Thank you, love. Her lashes are on fleek. How do you do, fellow kids? I too know that word. I love some visual triggers like flashlights. Me too. Holy shit, me too. I used to love it in Supernatural when they would go into like dark areas and you'd get that triangle beam and you could see like smoke and dust and... Oh, sorry, I hit the mic. Yes, me too, Catty M, darling. Me too, my love. Did you add a ticket, Jez, for the last one? Okay, thank you. Are you on the ball with the tickets? How's Artie doing? He's asleep. He was looking tired, bless him. Oh, nearly clicked the wrong thing. That's what I get for not paying attention. Okay, there we go. I was so close to taking her yesterday, but I ended up taking Renee the horse. Renee the horse is lovely. She's lovely, but I do love Tutu. Thank you for the lurk, Immy, darling. Enjoy your lurk, sweetheart, and thank you for leaving a lurk, lovely. Immy loves bone-cracking ASMR like chiropractors, but hates all others. I like that noise as well, like clicking my fingers and stuff like that. There's actually a guy on... excuse me, a guy on YouTube that's a chiropractor that does a specific type... oh, I said the word right. That does a particular kind of hold on a person to crack their back, and I love the noise it makes. I love it. I love spray bottles, scissors. I hate bone cracking. Yeah, it's funny how we like... Can you hear it in my throat? It's awful. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm just going to cough again off broadcast, away from the mic. Bear with me, darlings. And it's not like I need to cough up anything. It's just really dry. Just gonna do a gargle, my loves. Thank you for the gargle emote, sweetheart. Just put my headphone back on. That's me manifesting Poppy. Speaking to her with my animalese. Boop, welcome back, my lovely. I'm back from giving my cat food and water, as well as changing her litter box. Nice stuff, being a good cat mum. Welcome back, lovely. I have the curse of the peppies. Poor Nakib was going through that yesterday, and of course, Jess, shut your face. Oh, is this Twiggy? Is it Twiggy, Ness? This is the one you've got, isn't it, Ness? We have seen them before, but I will speak to her because I do know that Nessie absolutely adores Twiggy. Excuse me. She is a cutie, but those eyebrows, man, they are something else. But she is a cutie. Oh, let me through. Right, let's head back, my darlings. 1 to kill all. Thank you ever so much for the host, love. Welcome into the broadcast, lovely. Right, let's head back to the island. Welcome back, Chloe, love. You had a sneaky smoke. Welcome back in, my lovely. Oh, I did that. I actually multitasked. I was going to say double-crossed myself then. Like I'm some sort of villain. Prof, welcome in, my lovely. That gargle noise sounds like those singing otters. How's the search for Poppy going? If we can get an exclamation mark NMT, you can see how many tickets deep we are. Are you relaxing in the bath and soothing yourself, my love? Oh, sounds a bit dodgy. And you're going for a peppy. Well, that's great then, sweet tea light. Well, that means that if you're getting all the peppies, hopefully you will come across the one that you actually want, lovely. I stopped watching ASMR because one YouTuber was just too attractive. I'm so sorry about that, tragic again. I do apologise apologise that you had to unsubscribe from me. Not me boosting myself. What? Oh God, I need to cough again. I'm just catching up now, my darlings. Let's see if I can multitask and talk to Oakville. Thank you ever so much for the shout out for Professor Oakwood. Can I also ask my lovelies, without going into too much detail, can we get some love in the chat for Professor Oakwood, going through a particularly tough time at the moment, and whilst he knows that we all love and support him, it's nice to be reminded. So if we could get some... Did I say Oakville? I'm sorry, love. If we could get some love in the chat and some hugs and some cooches for Professor Oakwood, that would be wonderful, please, my lovelies. Thank you ever so much, my loves. Right, let me just focus on getting in the air, and then I will catch up with your comments, darlings. You guys know I can't multitask for shit. Okay, let me catch up with you, my loves. I'm going to have a bit of a vape as well. Probably not best with my dry throat. I don't know if you've noticed, I've been vaping a bit less to hopefully try and ease it a little bit. Oh, we're on 175 now. Oh, I've got to press B through this bit, haven't I? There we go, there we go. Right, just catching up, my darlings. Oh, channel redemption, hydrate, excellent, and a vape break. The classic pairing. Thank you, my darlings. I shall both do said things. That made no sense. Nessie, you did it! Oh my God, baby! Well, you know, my darling, if you need anything, I can grab you tickets and all of that sort of stuff. I recently stuffed Nakib with 300 tickets, so I got you, boo. I got you. No, I'm not. Okay, so I'm not in the bath. I sent Dad to bed. So you're on what? I understand, lovely. I understand. Well, depending on how long I'm streaming, remember what I said when we were chatting earlier, lovely. Just give me a poke and let me know if, let me know, lovely. I take it they're snooty. There is a villager called Snooty, but I think because you put text after the command, it's not showing up Tea Light Love. And for anyone getting a bit confused, Tea Light is doing their own hunt and did ask permission if they could use the villager command. And it's not spamming in the chat, so I don't mind. But yeah, don't put any text after the villager name, lovely, and then it should work, lovely. I did 93 yesterday for Renee and it was killing me. We're on day 5, my love. Day bloody 5. I'm going to bed around 2ish when he will take over. Right, okay, lovely. Well, perhaps if you're up to it, you can pick the movie. You might want to go straight to bed. Do you know what I mean, love? You might want to go straight to bed. You might want to go in the bath, straight to bed. But if you're up for watching a movie, perhaps spending a bit of time together with us lot, then you pick the movie, love, and I will get it done for you. I will get it done for you. And thank you guys so much for sending the love to Prof. And for those of you that aren't familiar with Professor Oakwood, he's a wonderful Animal Crossing broadcaster, but not just that, a genuine variety streamer, plays a lot of indie games. So if we can get another shout out for Professor Oakwood, do make sure you follow him. But as a heads up, guys, whilst I am an all goes channel in terms of being absolute filth and very mature content, Professor Oakwood is family friendly, my loves, so none of my bullshit is allowed there. So I try to be on my best behaviour as much as possible, although we do know he does bring it out in us. Right, let me have a vape. Thank you, my loves. Oh no, I totes wanted one. No, I totes did. I totes did, love. Hickory Holt, new here. Hi, your character drawing is freaking adorable. And there you go, following me. Thank you so much for the follow, love. Hickory Holt, I like saying that. It titillates my tongue. That was done by our very own mod, Nakib. Nakib, show yourself, darling. He has an Etsy, an Instagram. Nakib, please put your own links in the chat if you're comfortable doing so. It's an absolutely gorgeous rendition of my character, and I am of course hunting in cottagecore style. We have some wonderful artists in this community, but at this particular moment we're of course talking about our Nakib. So hopefully further down in the chat, Nakib's what you call it? I was going to say professing himself. That's weird. Nakib is promoting. That's it. Promoting himself. Yes, so you know I got you, Ness, love, for anything you need, my darling. Yeah, 300. Well, he's only got 30 Tokisaka. Okay. He's only got 30 pocket slots. That was a hard one to say, so I could only give him 300, love. Who is looking for Renee? She was the previous island to when you came in, love. The previous one. Right, let me have a little look on this village, and then I'll village on this island. Who's this? Who's this? Oh, I think she's been in my campsite before. She's so cute, because I remember thinking she would be an adorable girlfriend for Sprocket. I absolutely love her simple colour palette and the contrast between the yellow and the blue and the grey. I think she's beautiful. Is she normal? Could we get an exclamation mark villager? Oh, what am I fucking doing? An exclamation mark villager Sandy, please, my darlings. Thank you again for the shout out for Professor Oakwood. Thank you, my love. Yes, let me know, lovely. Let me know. No pressure, as I always say, darling. I'm not filthy at all. You just hold it in. Sometimes not very fucking well. And I'm allowed to swear here. Oh, here comes Nobita.
Right, you fuckers, he'll be watching you all on Prof's stream, and if you're all little shits, then I will fuck you knee.
I may be going wild with fucking Nobita. Thank you for the 10 bits and for feeding Nobita, my darling. Prof the gentle forest man. Indeed, my love, indeed. Listen up, fuckers. Be nice on his channel or he will get his dildo after you. Okay, how is that not quoted? Can we get a quote on that from Cloyd, please, my loves? I'm nearly done scrolling down, my darlings. Bear with me. I'm trying to sort of multitask and scroll down at the same time, my loves. But I refuse to put slow mode on. Watch that fuck me up the ass in future. Right, Nook Miles ticket. There we go. And he always catches me on the extra screen. I've got to be all the way through. Right. Yeah. It's this one, little shit. After the saving screen. I love that we were watching funnies in the horror channel last night. We watched I think we just watched one horror last night, didn't we, love? And then we were watching the fails of 2020 and 2019, and it was a good laugh. It was a really good laugh. Does anyone else eat nori sheets, or is it just me? I've not heard of them, love. What are they? Yeah, I've not heard of them. Aurora, I love it. How did I not know this? I love those sheets. I used to get through so many. Please tell me they're not the ones you put in your tumble dryer to make your clothes smell nice. I'm guessing by the fact you all really like them that it's not that. Yes, what are they, my loves? 31 tickets left, baby. Good luck, my love. You did. She was right before you came in, and I literally said I better talk to Renee, because I don't talk to a villager if we've come across them before, because otherwise it's just, you know, I'm slow enough as it is. And I said I better talk to Renee or Prof won't let me hear the end of it, and then I was complimenting her hair and her eyelashes, and then you came in. Okay, is anyone going to tell me what it is, please? You can actually buy it to snack on like crisps. What is it? Is it like seaweed? Like the seaweed sheets? I do like them. Villager Snaddy. Sandy and Sprocket. Right, Rainbow Cow, wouldn't they be adorable? I thought she was normal. You can usually tell. I love the normals. I've got like 3 of them and I'm looking for my fucking 4th. Right, still catching up, my darlings. Thanks again for the 10 bits, Amy, lovely. Thank you, my lovely. Ooh, who's this? Oh, this is I think it's Bertha. Either way, we have seen her, of course, the pink hippo. Oh, no swearing. I apologize. That reminds me. Blue Wolf, I never did your no swearing. Right, no swearing. I will turn that on right now. And Blue Wolf, I owe you a no swearing. Right, let me turn that on, lovely. Twat. Right, there we go. No cursing for 5 minutes, so no fun because Gran said so. Right, let me just get in the air, my loves, and then I'm still catching up, my darlings. Thank you for putting your shop in, my lovely. I need to, Jez, can you write down, please, that I need to make a command for when anybody mentions, and I'd also like it to be done every now and then, especially during the hunt, to add Nakib's shop link and add a Nakib link. Yep. Could you remind me, please? Thank you very much. And I'll also, of course, do the same for Rose and Astray. Rose has a link, but Astray, it's still a secret. Right, still catching up, my darlings. Prof does not hold it in all the time. Thank you, Catty M, my darling. Thank you, my love. That's all right, Chloe, love. That's all right, darling. I've had many people fall asleep when I'm streaming. I don't mind, you know, just hear Prof saying it is a compliment. You know, it just means you're relaxed, lovely. I don't mind at all, sweetheart. If you're tired, listen to your body, my love. Have a bit of a nap, but I'd recommend you turn the brightness down and turn my loud ass voice down. And I'm allowed to say ass because it's a body part. Right, Nook Mile tickets. Here we go. How's Artie doing, Jez? He's still asleep?
Yeah.
Okay, brilliant. Jez was having to keep him awake whilst I was getting ready to stream, because it takes quite a bit of setup with on the PC, and we can't let him sleep, just beforehand, you know, for a couple of hours beforehand, so that he sleeps during the stream. And most of the time it works, but then he wakes up at the 4-hour mark. There's something about that 4-hour mark, man. My brain goes to 3 a.m. Animal Crossing music, and Artie comes out binging and bonging. Dehydrated seaweed. Oh my god, I can't believe I guessed it but didn't know the name of it. Yes, I love that stuff. Oh, love. Uno reverse. Abby, you fucking legend.
No.
Yeah?
You missed one.
Fuck! Fuck. Right, that means I have to restart. I'm so sorry, Beatley. I didn't see yours, darling. Fuck your bollocks. Welcome to my Christian Animal Crossing channel. Jez, I need some more water and ice, please, love. Was the fails of 2020 just a picture of the calendar? Please tell me that's been quoted. Please tell me that's been quoted, because that is legendaric, as our Val would say. Legendaric. Right, still catching up, my darlings. Of course I had a chat. How could I not? I saw it, Aurora, and I'm doing it twice. I got an octopus, but not the octopus I want. Which one did you get, lovely? I've got Marina. I adore squidlies. Bitty. I always get Bitty and Bertha mixed up. I know. I really love the massive pink ones. Surely that's a quote. Surely. I will quote it if no one else has quoted it.
I got it.
Thank you. I was going to reverse it. Tricky, please, I forgot to. No, I owe you a no swearing, love. But there is, I think it's a 15-minute cooldown. So anytime you want to do a no swearing, don't redeem it, love. Oh, no, actually, redeem it and then I'll refund it. Do you know what I mean, love? If that makes sense, darling. Affirmation card. Right, I will get to that when I get home from the island and see who it's for and everything. First and foremost, let's have a look. Oh, they're normally to the left on. Oh, wait. Oh, no. Oh, who's this? Oh, what little cutie. Oh, I've never seen them before. Oh, is this a normal? Oh, they are so cute. Oh, they've almost got like tiger colouring, haven't they? Like tiger stripes. What an absolute cutie. Never ever knew that that was a squirrel. Didn't know. Really have bumped into some villagers that I had no idea about. She's got a clothes shop trying to undercut Abel's. Who? Booty. Bitty. Right, just scrolling down, my darlings. Almost there. Thank you for adding that quote. Thank you. Did you add a Nook Mile ticket for this island, Jez? Okay, you can't hear me. He's at the kitchen. Tricky came up with it. We were gathering ideas, but I loved that one. Oh, the island name. Isn't it... Okay, isn't it amazing? Gillyweed just suits Nikki perfectly. You know, whilst I did come up with it, and I am the genius behind the island, it was because, you know, Nikki obviously told me, you know, what sort of vibe it was and all the rest of it. But I'm still his master because I'm giving him a sock. Right. Mantra card. I have got you guys. I'm just going to catch up on comments and then I will go over to the affirmation scene, my darlings. I know, Beatley. I'm so sorry I missed it, sweetheart. I am so sorry. And I paid for it abysmally because I had to do a double thing in my bobby. A D is a body part too, but you can't say that. Actually, I can say Dick because it's short for Dickshard. Most people say Richard, but it's actually Dickshard. Val, welcome in, you legendary acorn. How are you doing, my little bean? How are you doing, my lovely? I quoted the message that you gave to Devoid earlier. Absolutely legendary. Last night my boyfriend tried to call me cute, but the C word came out instead. That's the excuse I'd use. I'm only kidding you, my love. Don't get me started, Beatley. Uno reverse, the Uno reverse. Welcome to the chaos. I know. You did help me out, my love. I know. I'm so sorry. I was catching up with chat. I'm so sorry, darling. Thank you for adding the quote for Ryan as well. Imi redeeming an affirmation card for Rainbow Cow. Okay, Rainbow Cow, love. I've not caught up with chat yet, but if you click on the affirmation redemption, it will tell you all of the packs, lovely. Isn't she lovely? She was absolutely adorable. I forgot her. Sally, that's it, Sally. I was getting her mixed up with the previous bird that we saw. Ria says at this point you might as well give up Animal Crossing for a bit because it seems we all want mantra and affirmations. I kind of like it. It kind of cuts through the chaos a bit, but I do get what you mean, lovely. I've almost got enough iron nuggets to make my Nook shop. Wookie, are you restarting? Because I've already got a list of stuff for you, love, so I can just add a stack of iron to that. No problem, darling. Welcome in, Val. I'm almost caught up, my darlings. I'm not scrolling anymore. I still say you already gave Dobby 2 socks because of his name in Discord. Nah, I will not hear it. I remain Dobby's master. And I've passed the no swearing, you motherfuckers. They told me and I literally screamed, I love you so much. I love you too, you legend. I love the jammy dance. Hi Abby Blue, Nessie dear, and anyone else. Ooh woo, adorable. I had to restart because I lost, oh no, my other island save. Well, Wookie, do me a favour, love. Well, actually, do yourself a fucking favour. I've got a load of stuff for you on the field anyway. It's not a problem. I've got to go to the bot later, write out a list of stuff, pop it in the jumble section, make sure you tag me, love, so that, you know, I pop in there, which I'd pop in there anyway, but tag me anyway, and pop a list of things in there. Stop being so fucking shy, okay? Let me help you, bitch. Right, let's get over to the affirmation scene and change personalities. I'll see you over there, fuckers. And welcome back to the affirmation scene, my darlings. We are going to be doing 2 card pulls for now, and that is an affirmation card for Rainbow on behalf of Imi, and we're going to be having a mantra card for Abby from the evening pack. Thank you for the hydrate and vape pack. Thank you. I shall have a hydrate. Rainbow Cow, are you here, lovely? Thank you, Chloe, love. Are you here, Rainbow Cow, lovely? I don't believe I've seen a comment for you picking your pack. We can always do it at a later time, which if that's the case, what I'll do is I'll reject your redemption, Imi, love. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll start with Abby's card first. For all I know, Rainbow might be, it's fabulous, isn't it? Might be going through the card pack names and making a decision. For those of you that are new in here this evening, my loves, not in terms of those of you that are brand new in here, but for those of you that are regulars and have just come into the broadcast, at the top of the broadcast, I went into why I have my little Buddha out and why I have have my prayer beads, something that I had previously not allowed myself to express on broadcast, and I am now showing as a part of me and a part of my personal faith, my darlings. So let's get Abby's evening mantra pack out, but there will be more context on that at the top of the broadcast, my lovelies. Nakib, it doesn't matter, sweetheart. I named you. I illustrated you. The socks have to come from me, sweetheart. Right, let me shuffle the cards, my darlings, and then of course I will get to all of your comments, my loves. I got my hair done and look super cute, trying to finish my homework so I can chill out finally. That sounds like some wonderful self-care, my lovely. You sit back and relax, darling. So these are the evening mantra cards. Abby, are you here, sweetheart? This is what they look like, my lovelies. Now, what I always say about the evening and morning mantra packs is that they can have sometimes a little bit of a comedic tone, and other times they can be a bit more serious. So I always give that as a heads up. And don't forget, my loves, we have 3 mantra packs. We have the evening, morning, and of course the fairy magic ones, which have an affirmation and a mantra. You're here. Good, good. So I'm going to spread the deck face down, my loves. And I can see it. Whilst I gather the cards back together and put them in their pack, my loves, now is as good a time as any to have some water and perhaps a little food if you haven't, or perhaps a little extra if you fancy, and take your medication if you have any meds to take, and breathe in and out and let go of the stresses and the tension of the week, my loves. So this is the evening mantra card that we have for our Abby, and it's got a lovely illustration. I speak to and about myself the way a best friend would, minus the hair braiding. And at the end of the day, I'm the best damn bestie I have, minus the hair braiding. I think that's beautiful, very much about self-love. Absolutely lovely. So that is our Abby's evening mantra card, my darlings, and that will be popped safely on my little plate and added to the wellness section of the Discord, into the affirmation channel, which I've got the week's cards to pop in there this weekend. Rainbow Cow, are you here, my lovely? I'm just going to have some water, my darlings. Relax and enjoy the Celtic music over the scenes of Littleshire, my loves. It's beautiful, isn't it, Rias? Absolutely beautiful. John! Oh, not me waiting for the message. Sorry, lovely. Thank you ever so much for the 501 bits. Thank you ever so much, lovely. If we can get a shout out, of course, for a fellow affiliate and streamer, John. That's very kind of you, lovely. Thank you ever so much, sweetheart. Much appreciated. Can we get some hype and love in the chat for John? Thank you, lovely. That's really appreciated. And of course, remember, my loves, as Blue Wolf is showing, if you don't have a sub, you can do !hype and Nightbot will do it for you. And also, if you have BTTV installed, you can do to !BTTV, where there are... Thank you, Rias. Thank you ever so much. Where you can have custom little star emotes absolutely free of charge. So making sure that everybody is included, my darlings. 2 away from 200. Surely we can hopefully get John to 200. So if you haven't checked him out, do check him out, my lovelies. Right, let me refund Imi for the affirmation. So what that means is the affirmation should be available. Let me complete the others. The affirmation redemption should be available if anybody would like to redeem an affirmation whilst I'm on the affirmation scene, my loves. Abby, thank you, sweetheart. Thank you so much for the 30 bits, my love. Thank you. Thank you so much, my loves, for being so kind. Make sure you pop some love and hype in chat, my loves. Oh, 199. You are one away. 200. Congratulations, my love. Congratulations. Congratulations, my lovelies. Right, I'm just going to have some more water, darlings. If any of you would like an affirmation or a mantra, the redemption should be available. If it isn't, let me know and I can do one for you, my lovelies. Thank you for the hype and love in the chat. Thank you, my darlings. What I am going to do, I'm going to check in the audience and see if Prof is here. Very rare that I check my audience. I'm very respectful of lurkers, but I would like to pull. For me, it says out of stock. You would love one. Absolutely, my lovely. Which card would you like, sweetheart? I'm actually going to pull a fairy magic message card for Prof as well, because I think he could do with all the love and positivity as possible at the moment. So hopefully he is resting and relaxing. No need to type at all, my love. Wookie, you will have to catch me on the next one. Val has snuck in and grabbed a freebie, but I do give out freebies. I do give out freebies, my lovely. Val, which one would you like, sweetheart? Which pack would you like, love? If you need a refresher, just check the affirmation redemption. Relationships, absolutely, darling. Let's grab the relationship pack for our Val. And that's what this looks like. It's very, very shiny. Yes, if ever there's a timeout, lovely, and somebody wants someone else, I often give a freebie one away, my lovely. This is what the cards look like, my darlings. Absolutely beautiful illustration. It is a squidly and a starfish riding a narwhal with a rainbow. Absolutely brilliant. So we're going to give these a good shuffle in landscape and portrait, my darlings. Then let's spread the deck face down, and I can see it. Whilst I put the pack away, my loves, take this time to hydrate, take your meds if you haven't, and take a deep breath in and out, my loves. If you're feeling a little bit taut and feeling a little bit anxious, then focus on your breathing and breathe in for 5 and out for 7, and it will help to relax you, my lovelies. So this is the card that we have for our Val, and it is called Reliability. I am reliable. When I say I'll do something, I take whatever that something is seriously. This applies to all commitments, even the ones that may have seemed small and insignificant to a less reliable me. From now on, flaking is just for dandruff commercials and cereal factories. I like that one. So that is for our Val from the Love and Relationships pack, and it is the card of reliability. So what I'm going to do now, my darlings, I'm going to do a pull for Professor, and it's from the Fairy Magic Message cards. So Mr. Chief Will, if we could please make sure that we title this one for Prof, because I'm not sure. Don't feel pressure to type if you're here, Prof. I know that you've got a lot going on at the moment. But let's make sure that we clip with the name and, of course, the name of the card as well. So I'm just shuffling in landscape and portrait. You're most welcome, Val. Now, as I always say to you, my darlings, these are incredibly illustrative cards, so I'm going to be dealing them the opposite way down so that the pull is instinctively and intuitively for Professor and not for myself. And these cards contain an affirmation and a mantra, my loves. So let's place the pack face down and spread the deck, my loves. I can see it. As I place the cards away, my loves, relax. Listen to the Celtic music over the scenes of Littleshire, my darlings. So this is the card that I have pulled for Prof, and it is called Morgan Le Fay. A gorgeous illustration. Morgan Le Fay has appeared and gives you her sword. Use it. Cut old ties that no longer serve you. You are stronger than you think. You must release something in the past that hinders you and holds you back. This gorgeous fairy offers her support during this period. Protection is needed at this time. And the mantra to go with this card: I am fully protected. I release all past ties that no longer serve me. I am fully protected. I release all past ties that no longer serve me. And I know that this message speaks to more than just Professor. And we send our love to those that this message appeals to. Sometimes it's a painful one, my darlings, and sometimes it's a needed one, my loves. But always about positive proaction. So we will place that safely aside, and I will send a picture of that to Prof later, and of course pop it on the server, my darlings. So let's get into the gaming scene, my loves. Welcome back to the gaming scene, my darlings. I'm just going to have some water and do a bit of a gargle. My voice is very, very dry. Whew. We're back, bitches. Cunt, fucking cunt. And that was a quote. Love the gargle, truly. Tricky, if you were a villager, which personality would you fall under? Oh, darling, all of them. Oh, Catty M.
Sweet Catty M has gifted Nakib_NA sub.
Oh, thank you ever so much, Catty M. That's so sweet of you, darling. Welcome back to the constellation, Nakib, as if you ever left, my love. Can we get some hype and love in the chat for our Catty M? Thank you, my love. That was really kind of you. Thank you ever so much, lovely. Thank you. I'm just going to have some more to drink, my darlings. Bear with me. But yeah, if I was a villager, I'd definitely be a merge of personalities. Just like real life, to be honest, darling. Thank you for all the emotes, my darlings, and all the love for our Catty M. Thank you ever so much, my loves. Oh, let me, once I'm in the air, let me scroll up, see if I missed anything during the affirmations, my loves. How many tickets are we on, darlings? Can we get an exclamation mark NMT, please, my loves? Right, let me scroll up. Yes, let's speak to Poppy through gargles. This is what I'm doing, my darling. I am manifesting, along with nut noises, obviously. Oh, Nikki was familiar. Okay. Oh, they are gorgeous, aren't they, Wookie? Turkey time. I love that. John, just in. Oh God. I've got to be honest, I don't keep up with, would it class as popular culture? Professor, we just did, I did a card pull for you, lovely. It just felt like, I don't know, instinctively it just felt like something that I wanted to do. So it's in my clips, lovely. It'll fall under the last 24 hours and it will be titled with your name and the name of the card, which is Morgan Le Fay, and she is about protection. And it will be titled with your name as well, lovely, but there's no rush to check on it. And I will send you a photo of the card later, love. It's from the Fairy Magic Message Cards. Why noises now? Wait, what? Right, let me another vape, sweethearts. No more rhinos yet, love. No more rhinos yet. Oh, do you mean Poppy, lovely? Yeah, she's gorgeous. I tell you who I bumped into, not yesterday, the day before. Who was it? Was it Pecan? Was it Pecan? I think it was. A bad bitch, truly, indeed. Who's this? Oh, I'm not sure if we've seen him, but I remember we saw a frog like this one, didn't we? Not the green one, but we saw the orange frog, didn't we? But I don't think we bumped into Sly. I actually like his outfit. It suits him. A lot of the villagers are dressed in things that really don't suit them. It's like their houses. Some of them, they've gotten their houses perfect. But others of them, it's like they don't understand the young villages they've made. Pecan is pop. Oh, why is she evil? Not the unibrow one. No, that's Hazel, darling. That's Hazel, sweetheart. Camo on camo. It's in, my love. It becomes double invisible. 178 tickets. Right, I will double check that when we get back. Thank you, Mr. Chief Phil. Why would they make an invisible character? Gotta love the camo jokes. Not me forgetting her name again. I think it's the eyebrows. They hypnotize you. The frog one is Wart Jr. I don't think there is a camo frog. There is, lovely. There's two camo frogs. There is literally one called camo frog. If you do exclamation mark space and then camo frog, and then there's the orange camo frog, but I can't remember their name. But yeah, there's a couple of them, lovely. Actually quite cute. But yes, we've also bumped into Wart Jr. Oh, I think our ticket counter is wrong. You had me on 178. I've got one left in the stack, which means we're on 79.
Okay, I'll have one.
Okay, thank you. Can you do that now for me?
Done.
Thank you. Brilliant. Thank you very much. Excuse me. Herp Frog. No, I like Wart Jr. I like him. Who's that frog of yours that I like, Nest Love? Is it Henry? Henry is so bloody cute. Right, I'm going to try drinking some of my coffee, although I don't think milk will make anything any bloody better. But my throat is awful today. I'm so sorry, my loves. As the kids would call it, as Imi has taught me. It's scuffed. Oop, just waste the ticket. Wait, why? No, why? Oh, I always forget to go past that screen. I like Wart Jr. I do. There was also a really cute little frog we came across, but I can't think of the name of them. Blue Wolf. He is. He really is. Okay, I'll tell you what. We haven't done a Never Eat Shredded Wheat toss-off for a while, so let's do a bit of tossing for a bit of luck. Okay. North. East toss. South tossed. Wilbur loves to watch. West toss. Can I get away with it? Ha ha ha. You loved it. Right. Let's see if that gives us some luck, my loves. We have to do the occasional toss off. It gave us no fucking luck. Who's this cutie? Oh. Oh, what a sweetheart. What's the name? I can't see because of the other. Willow. Oh. I love her pink horns. Is this a normal? She doesn't come across as a snooty. Is that a normal? Wart Jr. is gross. No offence intended, but I don't like him. Well, that's okay. There's some villagers we don't like, and people have different opinions. That's all right, lovely. I don't like Rat Rodney. Him and Victoria hate them. Wait, who's Victoria? Oh, do you mean on the island? Wait, have you got Wart Jr.? Yes, isn't she cute? Wilbur the Bean Tosser. He's more like Wilbur the Bean Watcher. Wait, what? Yeah, kind of makes sense. Where do I get the tossies? You can buy them from I think they're still available under your timed items. I'll check for you in the shop app on my phone. Oh, but I am on the 26th of February. She's cute, isn't she, Val? Let's have a look, see if they've still got them. No, I don't think they do. But I am later into the game, so they may still be available. You're all the way in June? Wait, what are you celebrating in June? Are you sort of experiencing spring or summer or something? But yes, if you time travel back, you should be able to get them, lovely. Villager Willow. Oh, a snooty! I did not get that vibe. I honestly thought she was a normal. I can normally tell the tacky racehorse. Victoria, of course, with the yellow outfit. I think she's lovely. Oh, not me and Blue Wolf coming to blows over villagers. What? What? Pause, champ. He was having a funny conversation with Renee the other day. Have you got Wart Jr. as well, lovely? June is wedding season. Oh, did you go back, not forward to June, lovely? So you've gone back to the event. I see what you mean, love. That's all right, Catty M, love. Something that's really handy with the clips. Thank you for trying, lovely. But something that's really handy with the clips is if you can click on it, you can actually go to the section of the broadcast that it's in. So you can go, back a bit, or if it's longer than 30 seconds, you can watch more of it, which I think is a really good feature. I'm not sure if that's a desktop feature though. I'm not sure about that. I don't know if that's available on mobile. I've never tried that. I have a plot open and someone's working on getting Portia out for me. Ooh, nice one, love. I know, congratulations, Nikib. Congratulations. Have you time travelled and seen his cabin, love? Yep, 181. Brilliant. Right, what sort of island are we on? Oh, it's Peggy again. Nope, it's not. It's Twiggy. Bye, Twiggy. We've seen Twiggy a couple of times. Our Nessie loves her twigs. Yeah. Oh, are you preferring the cabin, love? Did you tell Prof what you did? Twig. I don't know why I go to call her Twiggy. I think it's her legs. Enjoy your snackies, me darling. Honestly, I do. Just have some more of my coffee, my loves. My coffee. Right, surely we get to 200 today. Time to hunt again. I took Octavian, so here we go again. Octavian's lovely. I don't know if you know this about him, Sweet Tea Light, but he's a cranky with the personality of playing, so it means that he runs around. I was so surprised when I had Octavian on my second island, and he was running around. And then I looked him up and saw that he was into playing. And I just think that's adorable. Just this grumpy little face running around. I think it's adorable. I really like Octavian. His house is a difficult one to decorate in terms of you can't... Well, you give him star-based things, I suppose. But yes, I think he's lovely. I think he's absolutely lovely. Curious question, Tricky. What does the 10 choices redeem do? Okay, so what that means, my lovely, is that you would, at a time when you had made the decision, is actually inspired by a streamer that I used to watch a lot. I've gotten out of the habit of watching quite a lot of streamers, actually. It's something that tends to happen with anxiety, where I tend to stick to only sort of a couple of broadcasters. It's nothing to do with the broadcaster themselves, but it was something that Big Brad used to have, and I absolutely loved the idea, so I was very inspired by it. But basically, love, what you would do, you would redeem it, and then you would write down 10 items, and I would get them for you. And it could be anything, a DIY, any item in the game, and all of that. So that's what 10 items is, my lovely. I always get really hungry at this time of night. What is snacking hours? Snacking hours. Octavian is an angry blow dryer. Can we get a quote on that, please? I like that. It is a good cranky. It is. It is, definitely. What's that item called, Tricky? Oh, which one, lovely? Oh, the bean... I think it's called bean tossing kit. I think, love. Yeah. So I'm not being completely lewd. I'm on phone and forgot about those emotes. So I thought Nakeeb was cheering about his Eric jammies, meaning his Eric pyjamas. Oh, that's adorable. Probably has them. Exposed. Exposed, exposed, exposed. Oh, with a villager. I always find they're a bit sort of sneaky to find on this one. Oh. Oh, ooh, who's this? Why does it look like Jedward? Oh, it's Bettina. Hello, Bettina. That's an interesting hairstyle, my love. You know, I don't normally like the mice tails, but she's got like a stripy tail and it's kind of low-key cute. Do Eric jammies exist? Oh, everything exists. Probably just check Etsy, my love. Someone's bound to have made them. Bettina, I'm guessing, would probably be a Peppy from the way that she spoke. I'm guessing so. We need them if so. She's quite cute for them. I'm not a big fan of the mice. I'm not a big fan of them, but there are a couple that are cuties. Bettina is one of my faves purely because of the hair. Yes, you don't see a lot of mice with that sort of swoop. It's quite cute. And in certain clothes, I can imagine she looks adorable. And I like her tail as well. Rats. Nakeeb, don't hold back, my love. Right, what's the ticket counter at? Should be at 82, 182. Is she normal? Now that surprises me. I expected her to be a Peppy. I don't know why, just the way that she spoke, she seemed very excited. The mice and monkeys don't look good to me. I think there's, mind you, I don't think I've seen all the monkeys, but there's at least one monkey that is really cute, and a couple of the mice are cute, but they're not my favourite flavour. They're not my favourite breed of villager, if that's the right saying. Flip, I think that's the one. Flip, the one that looks like he's like really young. Yeah, I think that's the one. He reminds you of like a cute little boy. I think he's really cute. Oh, here comes Nessie with her Cherie campaign again. Nessie, stop trying to make Cherie happen. I can't believe that is the quote that came up. I can't believe it. The fucking timing. Holy shit. Honestly, sometimes it's just cosmic, my loves. Leave Cherie alone. Tell her to leave her piss alone. And she has some coffee, my loves. He is kind of cute. You got to admit it, Rias. He is kind of cute. Shari deserves to be deleted from this game. Not me and Liv dancing on the same wavelength. Hydrate, thank you. Welcome in, Mayonnaise. How you doing, lovely? She no play with her piss. No, she's actually based on that sort of monkey. I can't remember the breed of monkey, lovely. But they either wash themselves with their urine or they, I don't know, have a play in it. But either way, they have urine-stained arms. But yeah, it's a genuine breed of monkey. Imagine. What personality is Borrelled? Borrelled. Fuck's sake. Hold on, guys. I need to sort out my lip balm. Bear with me, loves. Blue Wolf knew. They were in denial. She is a cutie. She is a cutie. I got Coco. Coco got dildo arms. So, you know, there's some questionable arms in this game, guys. Let's just leave it at that. Banana hands. Oh, Barreled is lazy. I didn't know that. Well, definitely wasn't a fucking jock, was he? For some reason, I thought Barreled was smug. And I've got to be honest, out of the Sisterlies, Cherie is nice. I will say that. That's my first 5 lazy. Oh, bless you. Mind you, there are some that love Barreled. You know, just having a vape. Sorry, guys, just need to sort out my lips. Right, have you done an Ad Nook Mile ticket, Jez?
Yes.
Okie dokie. Let's have a look. Oh, who's this? Is it Wade? I love Wade. He's such a gorgeous little gradient. Hello, baby. Oh, I love him. Remember when Borrow accidentally kicked him off his island? And he adored him. And I think he still loves him. God, that was a nightmare, wasn't it? After finding out Dom is a jock, I can't trust what personality they may be based off of looks. Well, Sprocket is a jocket. That's what I used to call him. Sprocket is a jog, and he would always say he wouldn't skip leg day, but he literally had toothpicks for legs. I thought he was one of the 2 creep villagers. Oh, absolutely on a registry. Absolutely. Whoever designed Wade's gradient needs sacking. I remember you always roasting Wade in Burrows. I remember that. But I do think he's a cutie. I really do. And I think he's a lazy as well, isn't he? I think he is. Accidentally on purpose. A bit full time, no, not little Wade. Look at his little fat self. He's adorable. Look at that little tush. So cute. I got to admit, his gradient's a bit scuffed. I'm not gonna lie. It's a bit basic compared to how intricate some of the other villagers are. But he is very much a cutie, very much. I love Boomer the penguin. He looks like a snowball with a bruise. I can't see past it. I like that analogy. Always loved when Tricky says tooth for tooth. Shut your face. His head reminds me of mozzarella ball from the bag. I kind of know what you mean. It's got that real smoothness to it. Don't tell Nicole I said that. Wait. Oh, Pitfall time. Does Nicole love Wade? I didn't know that. Mozzarella balls are lovely. Guys, should I time travel so I can do things? It's up to you, lovely. It's up to you. If you want it to go the natural pace, then go the natural pace. There's pros and cons, lovely. It's up to you. But if you're wanting to get a load of villagers in, it can be good to get it all done at the same time. But it's up to you, love. Totally up to you. Can we get an exclamation mark NMT, please, my darlings? We should be on 183, going to our 184th, I think. Bum ba-dum bum 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 bum. Brilliant. Thank you, Aurora, love. Enjoy your dinner, Nikib, darling. Enjoy your dinner, sweetheart. Thank you, my loves. Thank you, my loves. The reason I asked is because I'm torn as fuck. Have you got 2 more villagers to get? Because you said you had 3 to get, and you got Octavian, didn't you? Honestly, I blame you, Prof. You introduced me to that meme. And my island tune is Hooray Potter, Harry Potter. Yes, Aurora, thank you, love. I can't get it out of my head whenever I talk to Orville. I'm in me mum's car. And then there's that beat one that slaps. Actually kind of like that. Yeah, I thought it was 2 more. Hydrate, thank you, my darling. You're a legend. Rias. Vroom vroom indeed. Right, I'm just gonna have a vape, sweethearts. Right, let me check my redemptions and clear them, my loves. Thank you guys so much for being on the ball with the hydrates today. And I do apologise for my voice. It's so bad today. You shook your maracas and gave him a lap dance. Why would he want to leave? I remember that. Right, Hickory, it happens, doesn't it? And not only that, I would get the Harry Potter tune stuck in my head, which actually I don't mind because I love it. But then Professor introduced me to a meme with the Harry Potter tune, so now it's like double complex. Oh, bless you, love. Can you hear it? I don't know how audible it is. Maybe I'm more conscious of it, so maybe it's not as bad as I think, but to me it sounds awful. Boom 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 boom, I want you in my room. You can't beat a bit of Venga Boys. It's just got to be done. I'm 39, that's my era. Oh, it's Marcy. This is one of Nessie's. We have seen Marcy before, but I will chat to her because I know that Nessie Bear absolutely loves her, and she's gorgeous. She's absolutely gorgeous. I don't know if you guys have ever noticed this, but the little Joey, of course, the little baby Roo, copies every single thing the mum does. And someone said they loved the kangaroos until they noticed that, and then they couldn't not notice it, and so they had to get the kangaroo off their island. I can't remember who said that. I wish the babies... Oh my god, we said the exact same thing. Yes, exactly. Nessie hyping up her own villagers. Go on, boo. Right, let me have a vape. I know you do, darling. Have you got anything in mind about what you want to do for your second island, my love? Like in terms of villagers, in terms of a theme? I don't want my switch time to be off. Is there a reason not to time travel back? I just want to check something the next day, but don't want my switch time to be permanently one day ahead or my AC breaks. There are times where if you're on a hunt, for example, I've been on the 26th of February for over a week. So there are times where you do need to stay ahead or behind. It depends what you're doing, lovely. Completely depends. So what I would say to that is not a yes or no answer. I would say it completely depends on what you're doing. Like if somebody's giving you a villager, you might need to do some time traveling to get them into boxes so they can come over and then speak to them, and then you time travel to the next day so that they've left, and then you can go back to the current time. So it all depends on what you're doing, my lovely. I think that's the well, I don't know if it's the easiest way to put it, but feel free to correct me, anyone. Right, my love. Have you created another character on your account? You have, haven't you? You have. You've got Milo, haven't you? Have you just got that one, love? Have you got any others? I always forget to exit off this bloody screen. AFK. All right, my lovely. Thank you ever so much for the lurk, love. For events and updates, you probably need to be on the current day, but for decorating, it doesn't matter. Very true. I'm gutted I missed out on the festival because, of course, that was, what was it, the 15th of February, I think, or the 16th? Wait, hang on. No, it wasn't. 15th? Something like that, anyway. But of course, being on the 26th of February, which was when I managed to get a villager out, is where I've got my my empty plot. So welcome back, love, the quickest lurk ever. Welcome back, my love. It's like you stretched over to grab a remote or something. I love that. Right, let me shove a vape, sweethearts. Oh, you have 4. Nice one, love. Well, I'm really looking forward to touring your island, lovely. Whenever I time travel, I always reset my switch time back to current. True, me too, lovely. Unless there are time sensitive situations like what Tricky mentioned, travelling back to the correct date shouldn't mess with anything. Travelling back will spoil turnips though. That's true. I think you have from, I think that's, is it Leonard? Oh no, it's that, we have seen them before. They're absolutely gorgeous, but I can't remember their name. Absolutely stunning, but I can't remember their name. I think you can stay within the same week, so you can time travel forward up until Saturday, but then you can't go back or they'll spoil. It's something like that, isn't it, love? Is festival time locked? I believe it's locked if you were trying to get to it when it was in future. I am unsure, but previous experience would tell me I should be able to go back to it. I should be able to, because it's in the past. So I think it's only locked when it's in the future, I think. But I could be wrong. Hopefully I'm not. I went and got a grape... Ooh, what's a grape uncrustable? I've never heard of that. Mainly, I'm just going to be checking the villager in my empty plot. I could time travel ahead, check, then time travel back. Oh, so you mean you've asked Octavian to move in, so the plot shows as sold, so then you would time travel to the next day and his house would be there and he'd be in boxes. Is that what you mean, love? I have a hack switch, so I didn't pay the festival event, but from what people have said, it didn't look great, so you probably didn't miss much. Got you, my love. I did like the items, though. I don't know how I'm going to use them on my cottagecore theme. I choked on nothing again. Excuse me, guys. Let me hydrate. Can you not play events, love, if you've got a hack switch? Thank you, Aurora. Thank you, sweetheart. Bianca, that's the one. She's beautiful. Thank you, lovely. Can you not play events, lovely? Or was it just because like you saw it and you were like, nah, I can't be bothered? Oh, you went back to it today. Oh, nice one, Amy. Good to know, lovely. Yes, I love the items, but there'll probably be more something I'll use on the second island. But the green and orange ones, parts of them can be quite nice on like a cottagey theme island. I think I just did a Nook Mall ticket. I did that multitasking. I think it's a grape jelly sandwich. Oh, without crust. Got you. I have an empty non-octoplot 2. I want to check what villager will be in it. Be very careful time travelling if you've got... Wait a minute. You can't have 2 empty plots at the same time, can you? I don't think so. I don't want to give you any advice, love, because I don't want to be to blame and I'm a bit confused about the situation. I'm going to be honest with you. But the advice I'd say to you, lovely, is be very wary of time travelling with an empty plot because it will get auto-filled. So be very, very, very careful. If it's an empty plot, you need to fill it that day with a village hunt. So definitely, don't know if you guys agree with me, definitely don't time travel with an empty plot forward or it will get auto-filled. You can have multiple empty plots at the same time. Oh yes, that's true, Aurora. Yes, that's true, lovely. That's true. Tricky 186. Oh yeah, let me double check that. I think that's right. Let me double check. Yes. Choking on nothing. Right. Although Ghost is trying to get a quickie. What an entrance. Welcome in, Chewy. Welcome in, love. I'm just going to have some more water, my loves. Enjoy your dinner, mayonnaise, lovely. Enjoy. Oh, don't be sad. Don't be sad, love. Just turn me up extra loud so I fill the whole house. Honestly, it won't take much. Oh, loud ass mouth. Oh, you want it to be auto-filled, but that means you won't have a choice, lovely. You're okay with that? You just want to go random? She can have a vape, darlings. Did you just reply to yourself? Bit weird, but I've done it. Right, what sort of... Ah, yes, they're going to be on the right, aren't they? Oh, is this a penguin? It's rolled. Hello, love. We've seen Roll before, so we're just gonna wave to him and move on, my loves. Absolute fucking cutie. He's on Mr. Chiefville's island. Absolute cutie. Hello, Chloe, darling. How you doing, love? I love the way you do that little arrive back. I am longing for the random. Go for it then, my love. Roll that dice. If you time travel forward, it will absolutely autofill. Tom Nook will pop someone in there. Imagine sitting down for a family meal and then suddenly hearing Tricky shout a ghost wanting a quickie. Please can I get a quote? Oh, I've been lurking, but yeah, one hell of an entrance. Just wait. Holy shit! Amy!
Amy27 has gifted 5 subs.
Shit, Amy! Thank you so much, my darling. Oh my goodness, that's so kind of you, sweetheart. Let me scroll. That completely took me... in my head, I said took me from behind. Enjoy your family meals, guys. That took me completely by surprise. Amy gifted a tier 1 sub to Liv, a tier 1 sub to Sweet Tier Light, a tier 1 sub to Mayonnaise, to Purple Beatles Fan, and to Hickory Hold. First and foremost, can we get lots of love and hype in the chat for our Amy? Of course, the number 1, well, she's fighting that number 1 spot with Cloyd, the number 1 or number 2 fueler of our knob eater. Thank you so much, love. You did a little bit. That took me by complete surprise, my love. Complete surprise. I got a bit throaty and I do not have the throat for that right now. Some of the things that pop in my head. I'm so grateful, Amy, love. That was really kind of you. Let me just have a drink, darlings.
You lurkers are tied now, MWAHHHHHHHHH.
Not Nobita, not knowing how to say moi. Well, what to Amy, and thank you so much, love. That completely took me from behind. Oh my goodness. I always get completely overwhelmed. Oh God, have you, Rias? You're relatively new to us. You're fitting in perfectly. You're relatively new to us, but I am one hell of a throaty bitch. You should see some of the clips. Holy shit. Right, let me fly off and then I'll catch up with your comments. Thank you again, Amy love. That was so very kind of you, sweetheart. Absolutely outrageously kind of you. Thank you, darling. Right, let me fly off and then... Oh, Aurora, you're a legend. Thank you, my love. You are my water... Oh my God, it's because of your mermaid isle. That's what it is. You're like Mother Mermaid. Right, let me have some water, my loves. Oh, I always forget this fucking screen, don't I? Sorry, guys. Orville chatting away. Look at Amy. Now, look. I don't take anyone from behind. I'm going to need a quote. I think I just sheared my front door. Goes that? It's Mama! Mama! Oh!
Is it? Is it?
That is Archie waking up to my mum walking into the front door. Please bear with the woofs, my loves. Can you guys hear them? Can you hear them? Mama, they're saying hello to you. Hey, Mama. I went on earlier because I said I was having Mama Tricky over. Give me a kiss.
Oh, look at your keyboard.
Isn't it fabulous?
It's lush. Mwah.
Where do I get my love of lights from? You, exactly.
No, definitely not your dad.
My mum. Lol. Right, bear with me a second, my loves, whilst we settle down little Artie, and I say hello to me Mama. I will be right back, my darlings. Bear with me, my darlings. And I am back, my darlings. I had to give me Mama some attention, and I told her that I am staying on for a bit. Surely we get to 200 tickets. Surely. So I've prepared her for the filth that's about to come out of my fucking mouth, but she's my mother. It's where I learnt it from.
I told her everything she knew.
As she says, she taught me everything she knows. Right, let me scroll up and catch up with you, my darlings. Thank you for adding the quotes, my loves. I am in charge of hydrating all the squidlies and lover of squidlies with my mermaid powers. Can we get a quote on that, please? I absolutely love that. We were talking about Camo Frog earlier. Speak of the Camo Frog and he will appear on my island. You watch it happen now. I'm telling you, it will be karma. Thank you guys for sending all the love and saying hello to Mama Tricky. Thank you. You didn't scare me, lovely. You didn't scare me at all. It's a lovely surprise. Certainly not scare me, but it's a lovely surprise. But you know, it makes me go ooh. Right, I'm just gonna have a drink, my darlings, and then let's get on the islands and see who we got. No way, sweet tea light. No way did you get a villager in your plot that you didn't believe existed 10 minutes ago. Well, probably a bit longer ago than that. K-Bomb, good to see you, lovely. How you doing, sweetheart? Legit. I love that. Ah, now they're to the left on the stone island, aren't they? Let's have a look. Oh, it's, Dom! Jock. What a cutie. I tell you what, we have come across some pretty popular villagers. We really have. Tricky, do you have any good tips that might help with cramps? Yes, love. Yes, I do. I would recommend heat. That's what helps me personally. Something like a hot water bottle. But what I would say is to not go for a hot water bottle that has a thin outer lining. Go for a thicker one. Because if the heat's too intense, it can actually be too painful and cause itching of the tummy. What I would also recommend is be careful of the position that you're sat in, because if you're hunched over, you'll push your weight and your body into your stomach. So be mindful of the position, perhaps have a few more cushions around you and a little blanket and all the rest of it. Peppermint tea can be very helpful for stomach pains, along with taking something like ibuprofen, if of course if you're able to, without any medication contradictions, because ibuprofen is very good for swelling, which of course we get a lot of swelling during our periods. And then of course there's the staples, my love. Chocolate always helps me. I'm allergic to chocolate. The only time I eat it when I'm on my cycle. Absolutely insane. But those are my tips, my darling, most definitely. Artie is an absolute cutie. He went mental when my mother came in. Absolutely mental. Is he sat on you now, Emma?
No, he's through my slippers.
He likes to put his face in my mum's slippers and just walk around with them. And the thing is, the slipper's bigger than him because he's only a little dut. But this is the thing with chihuahuas. They've got the heart of a lion and they don't understand how small they are. So when he barks, he thinks he's being really fierce, when in actual fact he's being fucking adorable. Anyone outside the door, if they come in, would laugh their fucking arse off. I wonder why he's called Dom. Oh, not great Aurora with the double entendre. What's the quote? Oh my god, Tricky, I'm trying to work. Can we stop with the baby shark stuff? Not baby shark going back into my head again. The sheep look like shower loofers. I'll never get one. I kind of know what you mean, where they look like a sponge. But on my second island, I do have Pietro. Pietro is adorable. I love him, but he's a fucker to give clothes to, because not only is he like vibrantly multicolored, so it's hard to really match him, every single pattern he distorts. But these are the things we also love about him. Have you got any chocolate in the house, Beatley, darling? Fingers crossed you do, my love. How'd I just know he was a chihuahua? I love that. Thank you for adding a Nookmal ticket. Let's do a double check. Yep, 188. I was going to say maybe we shouldn't have quoted that, because now it will start the baby shark stuff every time you see it. I'm trying my best to hold on to it, because I know it will get stuck in your guys' head. I know it will. I sang it at my mum the last time we did a horror movie. Pietro is a nightmare material. Absolutely not. Funnily enough, quite a few people say that, don't they? Oh, we've seen... No, it's not Gale. Gale's the pink one. But we have seen this one before. I don't like the makeup on the villagers. I'm not keen on it. But yes, some people really don't like Pietro. They really don't. Whereas other people absolutely love him. I think he's one of those villagers that has the love or hate about him. But I love Pietro. Funnily enough, Pietro and I just became best friends on my second island the other day. On stream, he taught me the reaction and told me that he loved me. So I'm hoping to get his photo soon. Fingers crossed. Right, hydrate. Thank you ever so much, Mr. Chief Phil. Not my mum listening to me in the background. Look at him playing with your slipper. Thank you for the hydrate, Mr. Chief Phil. Just had to switch to my phone because the iPad is nearly dead. That reminds me, 2 of my chargers, funnily enough, they're actually really, really good chargers. They've got a lifetime guarantee. But 2 of them are broken down this week. So I've got to replace them. It'll sort of keep the charge rather than charge it, if that makes sense. So if it's at 36%, you stick it in, it'll stay at 36%. It won't go down, but it won't go up. So it's certainly not charging. So I'm gonna have to make sure I get a couple of them off Amazon. They're reasonably cheap as well, actually, and they've lasted years. Me either. The lipstick looks odd to me. Yeah, I think it's because I like very natural-looking villagers, she says, with a pink octopus on the island. I don't talk about it. Pineapples do try to eat you back. I love that quote. If that ain't the truth. If that ain't the fucking truth, you end up with a sore-ass roof cap and a dry-ass tongue. Or a sore-ass tongue. That's me thinking of my dry-ass throat. Right, let's envision nut noises. We haven't done a toss-off for the never eat shredded wheat. So, toss off to the north. Toss off to the east. Not me saying this in front of my mum. Toss off to the south. She's too busy playing with Artie. Toss off to the west. Well, we'll watch the whole thing. Let's see if it gives us luck, my loves. Thank you for adding the Nook Mile tickets. Can't octopuses change colour? I bet they can be pink. Oh gosh, yes, you can get all sorts. Octopuses are really, really intelligent. They also have 4 hearts. Yeah, where do you think I got my dirty sense of humour from? My mother. She's outrageous and I fucking love it. Who's this? Oh, it's Phoebe. She's the one that lives in fire, isn't she? Like a phoenix. I think she's gorgeous. I absolutely adore her colouring. But I do not like the house. I've got to be honest. Did I get the name right? Did I say Phoebe? But yes, we have seen her, my loves. So when I've seen a villager, to kind of, you know, because I'm slow enough, what with, you know, me chatting and vaping and all the rest of it, I try to be as zoomy as possible. What's he doing? Is he giving you cutches? Well, mind you, he's just woken up, so he's going to be very playful. He'll be on your shoulder in a minute. He's climbing all over my mother. I do a zoomy. I do a tricky zoomy, which is about half the speed of someone's normal speed. But it's a zoomy for me. Right, what are we at? 189? Perfecto. Right, let's get to 200, and then I will spend some time with Mama Tricky. I love how my mum's going, you love your nana, and Artie's trying to turn around and nip at her. He's such a little shit. He will in a minute, because he's not been asleep for that long, Mama, so he'll want to cuddle in a minute, definitely. Are you making Mama a coffee?
No, wait until...
Are you sure? You sure? Okay. Do you want any chocolate or anything?
No.
No? Right, just having some of my coffee, my loves. I love this community in this chat so much. Basically, that's Ria saying, I'm here for the chat. Not me saying that to a streamer before. I'm only teasing you, Rias. They're absolutely fucking wonderful. I agree with you, lovely. Oh, yes, chocolate. Gotta love chocolate. Enjoy your tea, sweetheart. Enjoy it, my love. Who's this? Oh, goodness me. What are the eyes? Have they got buttons for eyes? Oh, no. Peaches. There's already a horse that has, like, the round, cursed eyes, isn't there? Bloody hell. Oh, I'm looking forward to seeing a photo of that, love. Chocolate cupcake. Oh, lush. That's very much a unique course. They wouldn't be so bad if they didn't have that orange bowl cut fringe. But that's a very unique course, isn't it? Do you like Peaches, Aurora? The chat, the stream, you, everything just amazing about this little area. I was only teasing you, Rias, love. You wouldn't be a member of the community if I didn't poke you a bit. You have her? Well, it takes all sorts, my loves. And actually, I can imagine how she very much suits your vibe with her skin colouring and everything. I can imagine that. But which is the one that has that does look like buttons? Which is the one? Because there is one, isn't there? Okay, Coraline Horse. I love that. Wait, why is Julian blind? What did you do to Julian? Although Summer and I constantly have a war with our Julian because he takes his garlands down and then you end up having to spend 10 fucking stars just to make him another garland and wait till the next day to see if he stuck it up. It's a pain in the arse. Right, let me get in the air and then I'll catch up with your comments, my darlings. Pause champ. I love that, Riaz. That's one of the best compliments you can give me, lovely. It's always, it's always good to feel safe. And I know that I've got, a mouth like a sailor, as they call it, and a filthy sense of humour and all the rest of it. But ultimately, it's about being a safe space and having a laugh and feeling comfortable. And as I always say to people, sometimes you might walk in and walk straight the fuck back out, and that's okay. No offence taken. No offence taken. Peaches is a normal horse. Yes, I did get that vibe. Totally. From a distance, he looked like the Pink Panther. Yeah, I can kind of see what you mean with that, actually. Julian always has his eyes closed. Do you know what? I can't envision Julian right now. I know what he looks like. And he's got purple eyelids. Wait, no. Can we get an exclamation mark, villager Julian, please, loves? No. Surely I did not notice that. Thank you for adding the Nookmal ticket. Julian is Shkamaza, and you fall for it. I totes do. Let me check him out. Thank you for the link, my loves. Oh my god. I don't think I'd ever noticed. He doesn't open his eyes. I had never, not the baby shark quote coming back up, I had never noticed that. And I've had Julian on my island for a couple of months off a year. I had never noticed that. I can't believe that. Ooh, who's this koala? We've seen a few of the koalas, actually. Who's this one? What's their name? No, Yucca. They're quite cute, actually. And they've got a nice hairstyle. They haven't got one of those awful, like barrel, what do they call it? Bowl cut. I can't say borrowed. Or barreled, even. Why do you hate her, Pete Lee? It's so funny when we see these cute villagers and then someone in chat pipes up going, that dude's an absolute cunt. Literally the word cunt. Same personality as Deirdre. Fuck that bitch, then. Fuck that bitch. Is she still on your island? Tricky fake fan. She is an inspirational speaker. How can she be if she's got the personality of Deirdre? She wrote a book. Oh, I see. She's one of those twats. Okay. I immediately know the personality. Was called You Can Do It. Oh my god, really? Really with the puns? It was expected. It said it's called You Can... Oh, wait. Not Aurora beating you to a pun. No way. Wait, Val, where you going? How many tickets are we on, my loves? Can we get an exclamation mark NMT, please, darlings? Right, let me fly off. 191. Thank you, lovely. So we're about to go into our 192nd. Just gonna have a vape, my loves. She's got a talk show and everything. So I'm guessing Snooty, for sure. Most definitely. Why can't they be lazy, though? Hydrate, thank you, darling. Hydrate, thank you, my love. I'm just longing for some tea biscuits, but America has a shit selection. Do you not... Hold on, let me hydrate. Hold on, love. Do you not have a store that has like a British section, love? Where you could get like, I don't know, some British biscuits, basically. Oh, he's playing with Nana. You can hear my mama in the background playing with Artie. He's so cute. He loves his Nana. Yeah, you know the sort of shop I mean, don't you, lovely? Where they have like what do they call it? Like an import section? Oh, it's Thingamabobber. I can't remember their name, but they're an absolute cutie, and we have seen them a couple of times. So we're gonna pop off, my loves. Aussie? Is it Aussie? Yes, it might be. Ah, the typos. Bless you, love. Okay, we're about to be on our 193rd ticket. It doesn't feel like we're 200 tickets in. I've just kicked Aussie off my island for Paolo. Now, Paolo, we ran into Paolo. Who's Paolo? Was that an anteater? Oh no, is it buffering again, love? Try refreshing. Could somebody at Rias for me, please, loves, and ask him if he could refresh. The pink elephant. Ah, the one who I said looked like they got teeth on their hands, but was actually low-key cute. I know exactly who you mean now. We saw them, I think, the last broadcast, love. I think we did. You spelled that right, didn't you? Oh, it's P-A-O, darling. P-A-O. P-A... Yeah, but then... Yeah, Blue Wolf did it right. Did you mean Paula? Is there a villager called Paula? That was such a tiny little woof. Not the Paula suggestion. Sometimes Isabel says can play up, and because it's not the normal type of bot, it's actually a channel on Twitch, which it's a brilliant. I suppose you can't really call it an extension, but it's a brilliant thing where you can invite them into your a broadcast. But occasionally can be temperamental, but most of the time works brilliantly. Did you hear the little woof? It was so tiny, wasn't it? Oh, let's have a look at Paula the bear. Oh, Sicily. I'm not a fan of the Sicilies. They're usually twats. Oh, she looks like she's got kind of like a groovy vibe going on. She's quite cute, actually. What's her house like? Oh, no. You can't mix berry flooring with the starry wall. Oh, there's Paolo. Let me click, see if it's the one I thought of. Oh yes, I love the eyebrows. That's it, because they reminded me of Joey the duck, who's got the really thick eyebrows and they're really expressive. I think it's so cute. Oh my god, Carol Baskin, not Carol Baskin. I love it. Right, let's have a look. 193, brilliant. Is this Rory? I don't know. We've met this one. Oh, Leonardo. Okay, I love their skin colouring. Definitely a jock. A lot of the, not the lions, a lot of the tigers are actually really cute. What was that one I liked earlier? I think, no, not Bianca. Was it Bianca? I think it was. Carol killed her husband, allegedly, because I'm saying it on stream. Whacked him, then fed him to the lions, allegedly, because again, I'm on stream. I'm going to make a bedtime brew now. Good idea, love. Enjoy. Hopefully that's nice and relaxing and soothing for you, lovely. Now I can't unsee Paula as Carol Baskin. Yeah, I got to admit it. Liv was on the money with that one. I've got to admit it. Swapped computers. Maybe this will help. Fingers crossed, lovely. Double check the quality you've got it at as well, love. Maybe it's too high a quality for sort of the internet download speed at the moment, because they can differ, can't they? They can go up and down. I'm going to take a little nap, Tricky. I thought I would be too anxious to sleep without finishing my homework, but quite frankly, I couldn't be fucked. I'm sleepy. Love you all so much. Love you too, Val, sweetheart. I hope you managed to get a good sleep, lovely. And I'm proud of you for all the self-care that you did earlier, and I will see you soon, my lovely. You have a good rest, love. Right, let's take off, because you know I can't read and fly at the same time. Not me saying it like I'm the pilot and I'm just doing the clicky clicky. Tricky would be a Sicily type. Yeah, I probably would. But somebody asked me earlier, if I was a villager, what personality would I have? And I said it'd probably be a bit like real life, where I'd have multiple. We all know it. Ooh, are you on the bedtime brew as well, Chloe? I couldn't get to grips with that one. I could taste a mintiness to it, and I think it was a lemongrass. Or maybe it might not have been the lemongrass. Queen, thank you ever so much for the follow, my lovely. Welcome on in. We are hunting for Poppy, and we are 194 tickets in. So 6 more tickets, and then it's Mama Tricky time. Oh, who's this? Oh, it's... Oh, what's their name? I can't think of it. Rocket, of course. Look at her lips. That's some wide-ass lips, man. Now, some villagers have included hats, and I like them, like on Boomer. Boomer's got an included hat. But I've got Big Top on my second island, and I don't like that he's got an included, like, helmet. Even though it doesn't have any 3D-ness to it. It's actually really difficult to dress him. It really is. But we're going to be doing a lot of shifting, villager shifting on Starlight, which you guys are sadly going to be trolling and influencing. I don't know who the fuck I'm going to end up with. I'll fall asleep to Tricky cursing. Good fucking night, my darling. God bless you. I recommend you turn it down, lovely. I have no idea what villager personality type I would be. I'm torn between normal or peppy. You'd be a peppy, Lunasi, definitely. You'd definitely be a peppy, lovely. I know you love bedtime, don't you, lovely? I absolutely love Biscuit Brew. I adore Biscuit Brew, and I know that's Nessie's favourite one as well. But I remember all three of us, Nessie, Mr. Chiefville and me, tried bedtime brew. None of us liked it, but I have to be honest, what can happen with those that have cycles is your taste buds can alter. I should probably give it another go, but if I sense a hint of mint or coolness in anything, I don't like it. And I can't remember if I picked mint up in that. I can't remember, but there was something about it. Maybe because it's chai-like. I'm not a fan of chai tea, but then again, Mr. Chiefville is, and he didn't like it either. Oh, is Rocket a sisterly? Oh, I thought she was normal from the way she spoke. I'm on the Biscuit Brew, but I've got a peppermint at the moment. Enjoy, my lovely, enjoy. Ness loves her peppermint. Tell Mama Tricky, me and Louie say hi and send floofy hugs. I will do so now. Amy, and she has a King Charles. Wait, am I getting this right, Amy? What was it? Cavalier King Charles dog. I'll show you a photo. Absolutely gorgeous. She sent a video. They sent a video in the video section yesterday of where they were trying to get Louis off the sofa. It wasn't happening. It wasn't happening. I'll show you later. Oh, Biscuit. I thought Bedtime Brew was your favourite Catty M, love. Yes, Biscuit Brew, definitely the one for me. Kid Cat. Yes, Kid Cat's got the underpants on his head, haven't he? I've got Kid Cat, and I got a mod. Holy shit, is that possible? To remove his helmet, because I hated how he was stuck with it. Yes, because basically Kid Cat is part of the same crew as Big Top, isn't he? The numbered ones. I'm sure they are. I'm sure they are. Right, let me have a vape, my darlings. Yeah, Nessie does love her Biscuit Brew. Oh, hydrate. Thank you, Aurora. You're a legend, love. That's it. We got it. We got it. The Cavalier. We got it, my lovely. Ooh, strawberry rose tea. Now, I don't mind rose as long as it's not too overpowering. It can be way too, I mean, floral, obviously, because it's a flower. But I can imagine it would be quite nice with strawberry. It was from when Tivana used to be a huge store. So sad they don't exist anymore. I've never heard of them. I'm guessing an American-only store. Right, thank you for the hydrate, darling. There's a few mods what do that. I have one that took the bandages off. Lucky! Was there another eye under there? The one that trips me out is toast and jam tea. It's so weird, but I kind of like it. I know what you mean. It's not one I have often. Oh, is it Spork again? No, it's not Spork. Oh wait, I don't think we've seen this piggy. Oh no, I think we might have. Kind of cute. I like Spork. Spork's got a funny little face, but perfect for cottagecore vibes. Oh, what are you doing by there? Go play with Nana. Right, let's fly back. I just caught him trying to work his way into my chocolate. Oh no, that's an absolute no-no. Dogs and chocolate do not go together well. So upset I can't try toast and jam tea. I'm sure I've seen one of the Americans in the service say they've tried it. You should have a look online, lovely, to see if there's any local stores near you that import British stuff. And if there is a store, talk to them about importing Yorkshire tea. Yorkshire tea is a very, if not one of the most popular brands in the UK. So I think, you know, people would love it and buy it. I think it'd be worth them stocking it, to be honest. Right, let me get in the air and then I'll catch up with comments, love. Right, how are we doing with tickets? Chloe Bear, welcome in, my darling. How are you doing, my love? How are you doing, lovely? Good to see you again, love. Right, let me have a vape and then I'll catch up. Oh, I think he's having some water. Bedtime Brew and Biscuit Brew online. Would you have to import it, love? Or is it on an American site? All these teas sound yummy. They really are. A lot of them are. I don't like all of them. Well, actually, I think there's only one I don't like, and that's the Bedtime Brew. But I'm going to give it another go. I've only ever had one mug of it, so I am going to give it another go when I feel like it in a year or so. You couldn't find toast and jam tea anywhere, so I'm guessing you've been hunting, love, especially if you found the others. No way, Oakwood. Are you gonna keep her? You've got to get Renee with her actual house, surely. See, I couldn't have Marshall on a second island. I considered it. Oh, it's Pee-wee. I like Pee-wee, but we don't say hi to the ones that we've already had or already spoken to. But I do love Pee-wee. I think he's lovely. Pee-wee and Hans are my favourite gorillas. Right, where are we at Nookmar tickets wise? Did you add 196? 4 more tickets to go. Right, let me fly and then I'll catch up with you, my darlings. I'm surprised Walmart doesn't sell it when they own Asda. That's true, love. That is true. And to be honest, the biggest reason I'm surprised they don't sell it is because they could make money from it. But then again, it might be that they can't come to a licensing deal. Do you know what I mean? It's why certain films and shows are on Netflix in America and of course other countries and aren't on in Britain. It's because of, you know, licensing stuff. So it could be that. Could be that. Right, let's get in the air, my loves. Renee and Scoot. Oh, Scoot, the one with the underpants on his head. He is absolutely adorable. No, Prof, what I would recommend, love, is replace her so you get her original house. You're classing it as the same. Oh, okay, so I can see what you mean. Okay, I get you. Right, let me get in the air, my loves. I'm just gonna have a vape and then I'll catch up with your comments, darlings. Nikib, feel free to put it in squatters as well. You know, just like the little place that Prof has too, darling. Feel free to pop it in there, my lovely. It must be so nice to open up for people. It must be so nice for you, Nikib, love. Thank you, Liv. Yeah, it's not the sort of chat I can have in here, guys, unfortunately. So thank you for saying that, love. I very much respect that. Right, let me catch up with you guys. Imported, right, that would make sense. That would make sense. I love Scoot. Little underpants on his head. Honestly, I heard modding talk and I want to try to mod my Switch. Let me move my town hall over to be centered with my boardwalk, but don't know the first thing about how to start and don't want to screw it up. I definitely recommend not talking about it publicly, lovely. You can get your console banned, so be very, very careful. Clearly Liv has experience and has mentioned about you DMing, but unfortunately not really something I can speak about, guys. Especially as I'm streaming a Nintendo game. Oh yeah, what did you name the island, love? Renee wanted to call it Awesome Beach. She's so crap. I went with trashings. Oh my god. Thrashings. Okay, so thrashings. What's the inspiration behind that? I couldn't get any of the flavours anywhere but Sainsbury's. Where did we get toast and jam from here, Jez? Was it Asda's? Yeah, it was Asda's, but it took a while. It took a while. Right, let's have a look, see who's on the island, and then I will catch up with your comments. Right, they're on the left over here, aren't they? Oh, it's was it Leopold? No, not Leopold, that's one of the lions. But we just saw them, so we're not going to chat to them. So we're going to head back to the island, my loves. Of course, we want to make 200 tickets. Then we're going to pop over to the affirmation scene. Do our evening affirmations. And then I'm going to send you little loves somewhere. And hopefully you will join me, my darlings. Right, let's fly back, my loves, and carry on catching up. Autocorrect. Okay, so Thra. Wait, so the island is called Thra? Thrashings. I'm so confused. I'm going to make a kind of green beard spirit character for me. Well, that sounds like, what's the name of that one from Lord of the Rings? Or from The Hobbit, I think. Or it might be Lord of the Rings. Right, let's fly. I've got rhubarb and custard. That's one of my mum's faves. Rhubarb and custard tea from Asda before, and I ran out and they don't sell it anymore. Rhubarb and custard tea. See, now, I love fruit teas. But I've got to be honest, the smell is always phenomenal. But the flavour never backs it up. I always find, I wish it tasted how it smelt. But I will say, that's what Yorkshire tea delivers on, even with the toast and jam one. But that's an unusual one. No, Rias, it's fine, lovely. It's fine, lovely. You're within the bounds. It's just difficult for me as a streamer. So it's great that you guys can have a bit of a chat about it privately. I really appreciate that. Imagine that happening to you. How embarrassing. What autocorrect, love? Not thrashings. Read the next comment. Yeah, Thra. You're calling it Thra. What's the what's the inspiration behind that? That's why treasure islands are run by magic. Indeed, my love. Right, still catching up, my darlings. Not live atting Nintendo. Thank you for the hydrate, Aurora. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you for the lurk, lovely. Good luck with your grocery delivery. If I'm gone by the time you come back, sweetheart, thank you so much for all the hydrates tonight. I really appreciate it. I definitely have a dry ass throat today, and thank you for the lurk, lovely. Radagast, that's the one. Thrashings. First of all, I thought it was like lashings of milk and stuff like that. Radgrid. Rhubarb and custard tea sounds bloody awful. I don't know, I would have thought toast and jam tea would have been awful, but I like it. It's not a tea I could drink all day, but the occasional cup, I actually really like it. Oh, it's Octavian. We're not going to speak to Octavian because we have seen him a few times, and we do have him on our second island as well. Oh my god, no, they stopped doing it. I really wanted to try that rhubarb and custard. I would have given that a go. I would have been interested to see how they manage a sharpness and a sourness along with something sweet. That would have been interesting. My brother got my mum a caramel tea, and it smells amazing, but tastes like pure shit in a cup. This is what I mean about fruit teas. They never ever live up to the hype. It sounds so theatrical when you say it. It's the private education, the elocution, and of course the telephone voice, that all of which from my mother. She's over there laughing, scrolling on her phone, on Facebook. Thra, darling, Thra. It sounds like, it reminds... What do I get a vision of? What's his face? What's the one with the big hammer? If that ain't a euphemism. Thor. It reminds me of Thor. Because, like, Thor, Thra, not Tricky being speechless. Never. Tricky making me. It's from Dark Crystal, right? I get it. 198. We got 2 tickets left, my darlings. And remember, on the last ticket, we always fantasize about what if I had to fucking take them. So let's see, my loves. We're doing a bit of a zoomy at the end, my darlings, but always good. I'm determined to get to 300 tickets, 200 tickets even. But that's not bad. We've done that in 5 days. That's, you know, an average of just under 50. Wait, a minute. 25, 50. No, 50. Yeah, 50. Wait, no. I can't math. I can't math right now. Told you I get a streamer brain. I was really sleepy all day, but out of nowhere feel really motivated to do housework. Go with it, my love. Go with it, my darling. You do have a weekend where you can rest and relax, lovely. Maybe you can order it on Amazon, or I could send you some. Oh, wait, what was I looking for? Every time I go to my Asda, it's never there, and it makes me so sad. Oh, the rhubarb one, love.
Toast and jam.
Oh, toast and jam. It took us forever to be able to find it in our Asda's, I mean, love. It took forever. Hibiscus tea. I don't think I've ever tried that. Is that floral? I don't mind a hint of floral, but usually it's got to be paired with something else. Oh, is it Ruby? She's the one with like the space house. She is so cute. Oh my god, caramel tea is pure shit. I've got some tea pig ones, and is that a typo, love? A tea bag? Tea pig ones, and I'm so glad I only ordered the 2 bag sample packs. Ah, right, got you, lovely. Like a subscription type thing. I used to do that when I used to drink a lot of coffee. I used to have a coffee subscription. I would get different sort of coffee bags every week. It was fun, actually. It was fun. I must wash my hair. You're only going to the island. I think you'll be fine, darling. Don't wear your trage dress, though. You go as the Disney princess again. Okay, we are on 199 tickets. We have got our final ticket, my darlings. Let's play the fantasy. Imagine this was the one we had to take back to Little Star. What should be Rat Rot Rodney? 70 tickets a day. Thank you for the math, Amy. I wasn't able to do it. Normally, I can do quick math, but I wasn't able to do it. I was in the middle of playing Animal Crossing, tidying my island, then felt like tidying in real life, so I'm tidying while watch it. Oh, I love it. So you're getting your Animal Crossing fix through the broadcast and being proactive at home. That's a mood, my love. Most definitely. Right, let's get in the air before I accidentally fuck it up. I can't multitask when chatting to Orville. There's just... Orville is just too many screens. It's like Sahara. It's just ridiculous. Try Sainsbury's. I found the biscuit brew one there, so hopefully the jam and toast will be too. Also worth trying their website as well, Amy love. You might not have it in store, but it could be on their website. 40. Thank you, lovely. 40. Ruby's adorable, absolutely adorable. Her house reminds me a little bit of Octavian. I mean, in real life, the hair must be watched. I see what you mean. I do not have to take them, Mr. Chief Hill. Shaz, welcome back in, my lovely. You do realise if you wanted Poppy that bad, you could use Nookazon. Yes, but how fun is that for stream content? It's not very fun, is it? Something that I watched a lot of before I became a streamer was villager hunts. I absolutely loved watching people villager hunt, and I would play Animal Crossing alongside. Sometimes I would chat, sometimes I would lurk, and I always said to myself, if ever I went back to streaming, because of course I took a couple of years break, if ever I went back to streaming, I would want to stream a villager hunt. And it's no fun just buying, you know, an amiibo or getting them off Nookazon. You know, I've got somebody that I know that I could go over to their island and get Poppy immediately. But it's all about the hunt. People like to play things differently. Right, just taking a vape, my loves. Okay, so this is the final ticket. Oh, who's it going to be? What sort of island is it? Oh, over the... Oh, it's Ozzy again! I mean, he's a cutie, but we're not going to go and speak to him because you've already chatted to him a couple of times. He is an absolute cutie, but of course, not Poppy. And there's always a risk you get that scamming cunt on Nookazon. Also true. It can happen. I used to trade a lot on Nookazon. I've got to be honest, I only ran into a couple of twats. The majority of people were absolutely lovely. Nessie unfortunately had a bad experience on there too. But the majority of people were lovely. No, I'm at 200, I think. I think I'm at 200, lovely. All this second Switch talk, I'm going to do it. I'm going to buy one. Do it, Chloe. Do it before you wash your hair, my love. Nookazon wants your left arm and lung for a wooden stool. That I will agree with, Liv. That I will agree with, my darling. I have spent 200 tickets looking for the squirrely one. So we're going to wind down, my darlings. I'm going to take you guys over to the affirmation scene. Let me just clear my redemptions. So if you would like your mantra or affirmation before winding down, of course we get the nighttime redemption from nighttime affirmation from me, but there are 2 available slots. So if you would like an affirmation reading or a mantra reading, then now is the time to redeem it, my darlings. The conditioner is on. Oh, bless you, darling. It's not over yet, Rias, but thank you, lovely. Right, I just like to save and exit because I have to be time travelling. I like to sort of get it out of the way and close down so I don't risk it going over to the next day. Right, I'm just going to have a... Thank you, Aurora. Thank you, darling. Okay, so... Wookie has redeemed a family affirmation card. I will see you on the affirmation scene, my darlings. And welcome back to the affirmation scene, my loves. We are going to be doing 2 readings. We are going to be doing a reading from the family affirmation pack and then a fairy magic message card for our Nessie bear. So we're going to start with Wookie's pack, and that is the family affirmation packs. Now remember what I say to you, my lovelies, before every affirmation and mantra. Just because this is a card pull for somebody else, it doesn't mean that you can't take your own positive message from it. So whilst I shuffle the cards in portrait and landscape, if you haven't hydrated in a while, take a moment to do so. If you haven't had your meds today, take your medication, and remember to take deep breaths and relax. We will be coming to the sleep tight affirmation card once we have done Wookiees and Nessies. So this is the card design of the family pack. Now that they're shuffled, I'm going to spread the deck, and I can see it. As I put these cards away, relax and listen to the Celtic music over the sounds of scenes of Little Shire, my loves. So the card that we have for our Wookie is Consolation. I am a kind and supportive family member, and I give that support as willingly as a golden retriever. When someone I care about is feeling down, I'll console them and pick them back up. Not literally, unless they're much smaller than me. But even in that case, I'll remember to lift with my legs, because kind and supportive people aren't immune to back issues. I think that's lovely. So that is the Consolation card from the family pack for our Wookie, and that will be kept safely aside along with the other affirmation and mantra cards that are being uploaded this weekend, my darlings. So now we're going to be taking the cards from the Fairy Magic Message Pack for our Nessie Bear. I'm glad that you loved it, Wookie. I'm glad that you loved it, sweetheart. So as I always say to you, sweetheart, but we never know who's new in here, my darlings, these are an incredibly illustrative pack of cards. They contain an affirmation and a mantra, so I always deal them face down so that I'm not intuitively picking for myself. It was a beautiful card, I agree, Cloyd. So I'm just going to shuffle them in landscape and now in portrait. And I've got the card deck facing down, and I'm going to spread them out, and I can see it. And it's got a very cute illustration. They all do. Absolutely brilliant illustrations on these cards. So as I pop the cards away, remember what I told you at the end of last broadcast a couple of days ago, my darlings. Start from the tips of your toes to the tops of your head and flex and tense each muscle in turn, and then let go. You never know how much tension you're holding in your body. So this is the card that we've got for our Nessie from the Fairy Magic Message card, and it is Leprechaun Luck. An absolutely adorable illustration. The leprechaun showers you with luck. He gives you a pair of ethereal shoes to walk a new path or help steady the one you're on. He warns you of get-rich-quick schemes and reminds you that slow and steady wins the race. A pot of gold waits for you at the end of the rainbow. And the mantra for this card: my path is laced with gold. My path is laced with gold. And that is the Leprechaun Luck from the Fairy Message cards for our Nessie Bear. Always a beautiful message and mantra in the Fairy Magic cards. So what we're going to be doing now, my darlings, is pulling a card from the Sleep Tight pack. And this one is very good at relaxing and giving us instructions on how to unwind and relax. Especially nice after broadcasting for several hours or sat on your bottom and watching a broadcast. So this is the design of the card, my darlings. So I'm going to cut the deck from the card that we took yesterday and from the last few cards. And then I'm going to give them a shuffle in landscape, and then in portrait, and I'm going to spread the deck. I can see it. So this is the card that we have, and it's called Letting Go. Close your eyes and lie comfortably. Notice any restlessness in your mind and body. Visualize blowing out all the tension in your mind and body with every breath you exhale. Try giving the thoughts or feelings a shape or colour. Letting go of anxious thoughts and charged tensions will help you fall asleep. And the mantra for this card: I exhale what no longer serves me. I exhale what no longer serves me. And I think that's an absolutely beautiful card in terms of physical relaxation and also in terms of proactive mental health relaxation as well. So first and foremost, as I always say, my darlings, I want to thank you guys for popping your bottoms on seats, listening to the lunacy, taking part in it, and being quoted on it. I appreciate each and every single bottom on the seat. Thank you for the hydrate, my darling. We've had some wonderful support this evening. A big shout out to our IME for the very, very generous gifted 5 subs earlier. It was much appreciated, and a rare occasion to leave me speechless for sure. And of course we had other support and gifts as well, and I want to thank you guys so much. It's never encouraged, it's never asked for, but it's always appreciated. So thank you guys for being my squidlies and my loves. Thank you, Cloyd. That's a lovely thing to say. So we're going to get Jez to pop the kettle on. Thank you so much. I hope you loves will stay with me whilst I take you over to somebody else. So I'm going to grab my phone and make sure that I have my hydrate and my coffee. Thank you so much for the stream, Tricky. It's so nice to have been able to be here till the end. Yes, you are an early one to bed, aren't you, darling? And I'm a night owl, so it was lovely to have you throughout the entire stream. Lovely, absolutely lovely. So thank you all for popping your bottoms on seats. If we can get an exclamation mark raid and an exclamation mark raid sub, I'm just going to my following section to see who is live, my darlings, and then we shall see where I will be taking you absolute loves. So let's have a look. Bear with me a moment, my lovelies. Okay, I'm going to be taking you guys over to Honey Crossing. So let me copy the raid, my darlings. They are currently doing some decorating in Animal Crossing, and it is somebody that I've watched before. So I'm just going to start the raid command going, my lovelies. So bear with me a moment, my loves, and I shall check any comments I've missed, lovelies. I guess you could say we are crossing on over. Indeed, my love, indeed. Oh, we have some fabulous quotes in here, Ria. Some fabulous quotes. You guys are some funny little shits. Don't often hear me swear on the affirmation scene, but we'll let that one slip out. Thank you ever so much. I will be on Discord later streaming some movies, my loves, but I'm going to spend some good quality time with Mama Tricky, kick Mr. Chiefbill out for some coffee for her from McDonald's because she loves the stuff, and I might even have one myself. Thank you guys for looking after my hydration today, and big shout out to Aurora, and again for all the kind support, my loves. I'm going to get the raid started, my darlings, and I'm going to load up Honey Crossing in the background so I'm not late to my own raid. And don't forget about !raid and !raid sub, and copy the one that you would like, my darlings, and hopefully I will see you over there. I will be lurking in there, of course, after I've said hello, because it's time I gave Mama Tricky some love and attention. So let me load that up in the background. Much love to you, my darling. Sending you all light, love and healing, and I will see you guys. I will see you guys in the next broadcast. Good night, my lovelies.